Nana Boache Esquire, Aqua Betty saying,
Obi, Wadaro Mamijusu, Minia.
Yamiase. Ain't Neoma Mino, Edi Kaima, Mimfa, and Rani and Saka, apparently rate be our file ewo court, a high court and a Supreme Court.
Wadaroma a Supreme Court.
Supreme Court, okay. Now, essentially, then I was a court in Yamau.
Obi, Mamincha, Otifo, and any opinion of mine, and no more Makana. Obakaya and Chair, and now President Mahama, and now the Chief of Staff, Ira Philo Debraso. A decrata, a by, if I answer the crown, the control Kata de Coma, all heads of institutions. Say, a monfa report.
Too bad. Nanabi a homano article, we'll work the lines and get him back. Now, for no, etumi edin komo Ekosiisen so higher sempa 94.7 FM. We say, Obi, I like the issues on the table this afternoon. And okay, until let me finish with Nana and then I'll come back. Nanabi, a humanity call, be part of Twasomami.
Aye. And tea, Senamekano, Yura Mahamanam, Yura Julo Debraso, at the Kata Koma. Heads of institutions in a Benjamin Penny Dano say Omonfa report on Omwa your four modulum Brian probably December 7th. And check and Osada Katabium by say Obibia your fano a Jumamu after December 7th Diana. Say any panel a year against what he called, it appears weird, but what he termed as against good governance practice and principles. You know, among taking steps now in human unity. Obi, no question, they say, many edi among your so much in who be there. Some penny Yatwa Bamano. Was try for them. Now, Wabano catching the chief of staff. Say, Omoya form a Jumamu from December 7th, Yingi, Omunadi. Obi, my name is a video beer. Ira Mahamaya campaign. Or say, Obibia and I say, oh, yeah, fan a Jumamuno, or no bow bepamono, or Momo Cansa Semidiano, or Mobwa. Na Obia Ben Juma. Na onu mbakwa na o say ba be create adwuma kra mo amagana ko bi paso minim so sa audio na.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah. Enti court ay ko nyina ne say article 191 B Obi very instructive na mekan amount kakra. Obi article 191 B no say pese mekan A and B ni nya de ma Obi na pada mame abuteka kasha share.
Okay.
Asempa FM.
Obi, Article 191 of the Constitution provides as follows: a member of the public service shall not be victimized or discriminated against for having discharged his duties faithfully in accordance with this Constitution, or B, dismissed or removed from office or reduced in rank or otherwise punished without just cause. Obi, there was a call many man now share the definition of a year just cause. The definite just cause means good cause. Good cause is also defined as idea legally sufficient. Obi, no question ni senka ya form adwuma no ana ye say o man famra kwan so o man nya financial clearance o man nya board approval bi ya nya mo interview ya nya checks bia etina etieti amraso ye twem Obi nke bi ankanti ase kakra do ho. But you regulars Debra cut out the Bible. Uncle the can't terminus near end of tenure appointment. Obi yema abembia 4 years sefaye wajuma. Because I and Minia was spokesperson to President Mahama 2016. Yetotonano. O say abembia yema 4 years. It to kwanya o faswa o number kwanso be wajuma within 4 years ni biano. Bibi ensi kwanya. Obi ebra kratai ebeto abontin. San secretary nankasa no any legal basis into no. Are subject of massive abuse everywhere. Oko Ghana water. Omo communicate omo koye omo so omo aye form adwuma mu November nyina ya pamomo. Oko exam banker omo aye form adwuma mu far back October ya pamomo. Oko eye nansen teaching and non-teaching staff aye fa omo a omo no manya financial clearance. Ya fa omo October November emo esi ya pamomo. Oko grid kwa ya pamomo. Oko GRA processes kwanya mo fa so mo yo modwuma. In fact omo kwa do mo say you should KPMG. And the year even interviews no. I go through all the security checks, all the background checks. I told me let say you medi. Unnecessary for ya told me say you medi. Aye unnecessary for cool. And the Bible on Timber Cassis, who minimum no more Monsaka Nes Diana on the demonstration. And a health minister, a co parliament, and no case, you knew be as well call any charity here. Yayunko for you. Obi me who big that say a member banner such mass revocation of appointment. Me who big that. And number my question. And the court to say Supreme Court and a 1992 Constitution say yes, say it be this war. Any wabusu na yadi 2 years. Any moon chitrim in a shomansa. To wait to any Supreme Court. Say Supreme Court and say Omunka Ghana for us and for Momo. Na sema air connect dear Obi.
Me who say in the relief sir music, I think the number F. You are seeking an order in the nature of prohibitory injunction directed at the heads of government institutions to refrain from annulling the appointment and recruitment made in the public services of Ghana after the 7th of December 2024. The annulment no has already been done. And must have relief for any moot.
Obi, sir, a process on some medical trauma kata.
Yes. Yes.
Inti yen yejidieni say ye kono. A year in Janshi bar. A bema on book already another donor yo majumada. Etienne ye the tabo air tool so say ye kwanya our fast if you all come at home so ye bet your moka. It's your moka we are near your mokai. Etienne ye port and fat tabo on toms you made your moody biana. Umunyai. Na afino yen sign ring city or more mujuma. I also know say and 70 being super called human rights courts and no the affected persons no.
Okay.
When you say a being so a petition, the Akakoma Yura Mahama. So almost reno on a young penny or so Ghana for Nemusaye say obe protect Ghana for Yuma. We a economic rights of everybody to be said most so petition the Akakoma. And now so meaning say the penny or war parliament and so actual kata Opa Yura Mahama cho say Kwanya ode a year a mabuno mania a jumayno I fast one. And it didn't yahu Brazil on she Nanguinai.
Okay, into when essentially no wako Supreme Court as a citizen of Ghana invoking Article 2:1 for the court to declare the action of the Chief of Staff no as unconstitutional, right? And you are not seeking any declaratory reliefs. The Supreme Court should order the reinstatement of all the affected, but you want to leave that to omo affected, the human rights court, then the court can make those declarations.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. Enti
no more politics of principles here now. Yera Julius Debra. Penny Bakwa, the Bunipa. They are no chief of staff. Yera Mahama, na Ufra Bemu, 2016 year probably. Penny Julius Debra Etrocrata. Or the appointee, a Auditor General, Yera Daniel Domlevo. Or sign at the appointee. Penny Bakon, Mr. Whittle, no Kostrach, and our Penny Bakon Swana or non shown aircore NCC. It says, Abra, to a baby in 16th December 2016. Say, Utimi, a appointment to Ina or more, you know, you will kufa to buy on it or Muja Juma. The Bepa Narcissa. Obi Mekasa no one national service. 2016 na national service for asase omo fa yuma omo fa nipa be 200 na national service obu hoye national service wi a o sa kam no aye voluntary work na ne ehwe no volu no obu ha wa ye adwuma be 5 years e bia adwuma 6 years e bia adwuma 7 years omo gidie nyina ne se senya dachi bi ye fa nipa o national service a na ya mechanize omo na bro omo share say adwuma wi ase no omo amfa sa voluntary workers no anka ho and voluntary workers see a petition at the Public Services Commission and a Public Services Commission through a card at the national service was a haughty recruitment exercise na omoyeno. Now it is not in tandem with due process. Omo chobre omo imprino omo enfi no mo tokoso no mo issue appointment letters. The year by na Yera Mustafa you see via executive director. No msa trokata by. Say, or more recommended say we should restart the recruitment processes to include all of these voluntary workers. Oma year juma 5 years. Voluntary hoping that someday they could be mechanized. Now it's a share recruitment process now to include them. So workers now you will the omo appointment letters no. Omo na me kai se sabre no. Yewura Mahama kan se aden na yaba yeyi nkofo edi. Anado danko akufa do baaye. When you be edida. E kan se Rosafmafo Burton e ko kan asem fa yidie no mbi you from he disagreed with him. E kan se yewura ayisi boaten ko kan se o enwuma de yemfa MPP for answer. Oye man e apologize. Eti be bia ya ba ya e beto si efa nipa anam ya we DVL bra ya ba no ma fa nipa foforo omukam senate ya ba no ma fa nipa foforo omukam VR ya ba no ma fa nipa foforo omukam ECG VR ni nyina no ma fa nipa foforo omukam ya ba ya foforo na nurses na omenya financial clearance yewura dima me no tro kata e ko suspended because na all verify no mo sa de bi kwa ka ho eti bra ya to aso no kwa no you say you have more financial clearance to even recruit more nurses.
In the case of national service, letter now cast a Public Services Commission for Ede Ebre Mono. Do you have a copy of that letter?
Oh yes, in fact, me kai say a court me ni was Yera Mustafa Yusibu because I've been a court and there were a few times I make one representing national service. Oh that kra a year Mustafa Yusuf signing ya or cast a recruitment ni na no enye valid no. He even stated and quoted Public Services Commission letter in Sakano. It was a cartel.
And see this narrative near to prove say andamono obi anywhere muyi nedi without just cause.
That be the na say when yes you NCA. Ye Rosafmafo bar or no or ye nedjuma or sefata o abodin krata nya o de ye nedjuma a cyber security person ye nedi obaba Rashid Pelpo ejere or ye djuma ho honum sa 8 years under MPP we never touch her Nigga that's what was here. But young boss is here, or may or suffer more for vanity.
Yeah, but the NDC has also said, say we call baby say NIA, National Identification Authority, penny or down no CCA at the time no your staff ewo ama monso mo ba mu yi na di yarira koko.
NIA.
Yes.
Ye yi na di.
And I don't say unim.
Mente da.
Onya we so mu yi yarira koko.
Me yeah that me for what reason? You are very fortunately. You are Professor Kenatefa will be very 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 strong. I don't know I mean, you can reach out to him. I've never heard this before. For what reason? They been to one reason here and I say it be about reassigning. There were some who were reassigned and they felt they reassigned to them a punishment and then they will leave the scene. There was a world of difference between you being reassigned. Now when you
but in the case of Yairano, he was not reassigned. He was not.
And I make him who that maintain that. Yemusa Ira can Professor Kenatefa.
Okay, and my answer said waka say Ode court, and we are all also waiting for the Human Rights Court action called by the affected persons, and then we'll see how all of these will come together. But again, for the whole of this weekend, so one trending story has been at the National Service Secretariat, a place you used to work. Now what she and I think last week, many the current Director General of the National Service Authority, Ora Felix Jenfi, Edin Komo, Ewu Studio ha. Na with your permission, me born a voice. Ama obieti in seminar kind and then I pick your reactions. Yentie. Is it not a case of giving the dog a bad name to hang it?
You know, I am not that sort of person. Messiah Honorable your friends SCB entry. Me initial me no ka say te senu me di buo sron komana because we di penny abrana me da so scheme no me ni asem bia wo wiase na de ha me ne say e kwan ben so ana adwen ben no de betena position ntia sa no me yetimi asi because ghost names sebe senya bua payo ene enhyehyɛ a wahyehyɛ say wodi edin be government payroll so obeji obema amanfo agiska na gunjan aden itimi duru sa ebi aye kan na ebi a oha ana hanu ana sebe anya hwe kra apem
yes
na 20,000 50,000
because ghost names dear no na me share Felix statement and say in the minute Oba ye in the Ministry of Finance a commissions are
yes
owner supervisor head count
yes I collaborated with Felix to get the information out
into moye head count ni we what did you find out?
Well, Cecilia there and na kasa make and say me pese Cecilia ban guso a wo ye hwehwemu
yes
me pese me kan agwako ye say oh me akrampo no me ankasa me no kasa Cecilia no me amada ne hu biye na ma find information in awie there me focus Cecilia and about tell them and say scheme no an authority no was see and nipa omu omo da so omo ye adwuma ye wo sebe yen
yes
omo ye service omo na ye mo omo na ye hwe se de be ya bibi omo ye obi abe na sa ghost names no NCB at least as long as President Mahama is the president I am at national service and there many also punsu unti sa asem ni bi but it's
also fair because there is a public statement from the presidency. We have to dig a little bit into these numbers.
Specific one. I buy no throw. In penny for more honomo.
Yes.
Honorable says Ben treat and not or penny or down. No throw command letter command buying. Letter singing now. Me wa say me so me phone. I miss remember the information in your mouth. Say Mrama Hokwaya.
Yes.
Almost stroke by the beginning of the year, sir.
Okay.
A fee that is 2023-2024. A bicycle for 220,000 people.
And that's for the year 2024.
Yeah.
Service personnel.
2024. Yeah, 2025 service.
2024, 2025.
Almost estimated, sir. Ombe posted 220,000 people.
220,000.
Yes, and then I buy more music. Yes, I buy more music. If you honomono, August.
Yes.
Almost letter Kakoma by says, "This is a posting microphone being to my scano.
Yes.
Almost the 128,000 and a coin. Ye buy ye can say no, every district be a ubi or yajuma who be a manemra. Na on for the dimra and na said the Busumi be a no, on for some team machines into your mocano.
Yes.
Busumi Biano, 70,000 they buy.
From the whole Ghana.
Of course.
Every month.
Yes.
From timer Muteki.
Yes, 70,000.
That should be in January. No?
Yes, 70,000 now, but because no name a yomo na sebi yentia omoka. Na de said the akwa koba sisi an say obi ehun se sebe opanyin foforo abakro. So wudi agro ana wudi nchim na wa nyina yiye na oye bibia ye bechew. Nti amani pani bia omo ye no ma bebre no kran so no mo hede. Obi abohu me ne okasei eno de men kan chire obi akran
FM.
Papa o me chen or a consultant for our posting system.
Yes.
The person is here no more honomo. Na the nti amana basa no ha adwen kakra because senka emra edaho say yemfa nye postings and national services channel. Nko mu nyina di so a nka problem bia ma
Asempa FM.
Enti nana menim say utie Felix voice no.
Me tie.
Good.
Na me sham komona say fi baby. Na me de ba be
Okay.
Felix there no because I only a recent one and 2024 2025.
Very well.
Now fourth estate there no it's true. Almost so a year presentation be me di kan hwe kwa na TV3. A presentation on coherence almost so can goose names. Na obi afibubia no national service me wo honum from 2017 2018 na me fio tingo bi ka se asemi kwa de kwa nkem fa ho ate fa no san se minim se asem afo tested for ayen e kontompusam. We have done a very reckless job. Afimu bia no national service postings 9 4 your major one now no July August and on a year from all the public universities and private universities. Now with the technical universities account. Now among you push to your more year July August. And your war yes. Almost you push to your more November, December or no much say January. And now your war unnecessary for the two cohorts. First one occur in April. Now second one occur somewhere in September. Now summation, a total of all of these postings, and apart from all of these 4 major postings, if you have schools in a day, a more prospective national service personnel list are being generating someone. There have been times where Omukra said to me the supplementary list and I have private registration. So I'll be on my brand or some national service in 1 year. I feel maybe a person obey. You was up on so. To canning na bomwa. Now the South figure no at the parliament and on that parliament, the budget projections. Near the budget. The national service home boxika. Now, a dear fortress it for you and say, a Bribian so a bear national service posting be answer. We come out public. Say a nursing posting, no, a teacher posting, so the main postings are making. Either we'll do a press conference or a press statement. It's all connected. Now from Tama. Yes, I posting. So let me give you a clear example. In 2018, the main posting now, July, August, you need 85,000. 85,000. And I work the main one, no, any unnecessary for the any a teacher for the any private ones. Now, Bumwa. Then you see about 135,000. You be presented to Parliament. And your fourth seat for you and say, Omo comment so no motion ye announce the 2018 you announce 85,000. No more kwa Parliament figure the command for budgetary purposes. omo ko fe no no omo tie frem omo tie frem omo se ne aka no the difference no e ghost enti omo amu no ensaman dwuma no omo ye no enti the teacher for na yam post omo no me ensaman for na na ana nurses for na e post omo cohort 1 omo no me ensaman for na say nurses for e post omo cohort 1 and 2 omo no me ensaman for na is would you want to and one no such simplistic no me and I'm say no more multiplying by the national service allowance. In this case, at that time, I think it was 545 or so. Now, on my side, no, the other trouble things implementing your chair, ghost worker. We are on for teacher for the income, on for unnecessary for the income.
Yeah, but into your no, say more the first list ne comma parliament for budgeting purposes na ebase numbers no increase based on a nurse for near teacher for cohorts na beba na. Do you go back to parliament with the updated list?
Baby, time I the comma parliament near push you in every it the same numbers in the echo. And the the projections in echo. For instance, say a fee ena ye push 85,000 da.
Yes.
November mo ye sabe push teacher for. You be push nurses for. You be push omo intini ye na boma and ye the parliament.
Na dey na
getting close to.
Dey na ya mo announce no.
Yeah, announce it na. Ye ba be main one na ye announce it. Ye be teacher for the announce it. Ye be nurses for the ni na announce it.
Inti number be na say 4th estate 43 mo no.
4th estate for no ekofa. Near the parliament, but near the parliament, no, the total number for all the postings are here.
Okay.
Including the main one, the teachers need no,
okay,
nurses for the no,
okay,
and the private ones. Nini na the parliament.
Okay.
So we go for parliament figure na. No, we go for the main one, no, which is the public universities, the technical, the main one you can, which is the 85,000. Some more say example no. Now, omati. And what it's the difference number and almost say a ghost.
And no yeah, okay, I get you now. Ain't omote general number I'm call parliament, omo fair no na
yes.
The main posting I don't know universities need the any then without a teacher for the nurse for no matter for general one name.
Exactly.
The ebe can almost say a ghost.
A ghost.
But my argument is that the ebe can a teacher for the nurse for.
Exactly, and no matter because now so you can find it on the net.
Okay, but they also made the claim about repeated names in the list. All those names, Ninsono, are names that are paid. And also, how do you explain that?
Obi, your registration process is such that say no be able to your entry and exit. At the entry point, every time you may be a registration, we get invaded by fraudsters, scammers. So they attempt to register with all manner of information. Hey, a bit to me, fictitious ID card, a bit to me, coordinate nomophobic picture. Just like Kenya, the Omkofa would be nomophobic Facebook picture. Modibe register. They try to enter with all manner of fake information. But Obi, the system is such that you can never exit. Because when we are in our crown, one can say Pediana region where do acquire municipality districts and also acquire biometric verification. And a payment, no. It is not done, say, it is a kind of a good national service in Tino. Any young tutor. Yan yo name says now a GIPS in the Tiescano, a subsidiary of Bank of Ghana, and almost no payment in Yana also a biometrically verified every month be an also here. It won't be Pedianum also call. It is Enka Omo catch say Omo registration. So what they did was that they went to the entry stage. Information is going almost so any information went to know this is how the system is. It is wrong. Find out whether that person was able to complete the process. It is not possible.
Now, and no, how can one find out? I mean, what we can, because back end, and yet public need access to the back end. In the front end information, you bet me access it.
But that is why Mammy says also we have investigation.
Yes.
Now what the front end, and a reckless job, and lazy. When I was saying so investigation, and in your public need who also will room queba. Always say make automacy. So what you should have done is that go to the end. Every quanka go gips. Never say nipa na you seen it being appear 200 times whether he was paid. But in their presentation they never mentioned Krampus or Moko gips. They never said anything. And one said they assume that once they at the entry point, all of this information, so the assumption is that any go through, so it means they were paid.
Yeah, but
what kind of assumption is that?
In Munsomo counter narrative, Munsomo show evidence be a chance that those people have not been paid.
When I was for investigation, I said they have not been paid. We have already exposed you, say number one. Oh, Kwana, or basis, I will see BB a ghost name, sir. And you know, what the about that out scary, say 2.2 billion, This is a reckless investigation, and maybe can say on one presentation or TV3 so. Also, we picked this figure from the National Service's own announcement, and we went to Parliament and also picked this figure from Parliament. So the difference between the figure we picked from Parliament and the main announcement we made, 45,000. So we multiply it by the National Service number, a boost.
Ain't the reasons you gave, sir? A man for try to tamper with system, would that be the same explanation for? But according to Fourth Estate, there are some people in there. I be at the 97 years, 96 years, and
that is it because the same thing. There is no way these people exited. Maybe sometimes if there are some weird information and comfortable grandpa and mama, weird because they are fraudsters, they are scammers. A certain organization, they even advertise on even social media, Facebook. So many times, not your national security, any BNI, and they ignore us. It by the time I also this because when you be Obi is just like university system. University is all apply your baby certificate. The moment I do certificate, you be upload certificates. School no FAO certificate not verification or WAEC. It is only fake in the buyer who man ya expel and I dismissal. So you may try say enter with fake information, but you cannot exit. The system will pull you out along the line.
Yeah, but in Mumu case, because on him, Kasayana me ghost names on SSS payroll. Obo ewo Google, for example, it throw out a lot of stories, some dating back to 2016. And for example, 21st January 2015, there is a story which says NSS payroll cleared of 75,000 ghost names, says executive director. Where my Joy Online report. In 2016, 35,000 ghost names deleted from NSS payroll. This is April 19th, 2016. Where citynewsroom.com and also Ewaha. In Mumu case, there was, I don't find a story, it just said there was a deliberate attempt to clean the system of ghost names.
Oh, no, Obi, you're quite a robust system, but in fact, one of the things we even did, you buy and say, you're connecting your system to the central database. So that, say, register. Now, you see a particular ID card. Now, Busa, near a bit fully with details in Abba. In fact, also share Suleiman Abraham or see 2016, 2017 quite a problem. But even that time we have issues because there are people who try to impersonate people, especially teachers. Teachers are number advanced learning at universities. Obuha ya posting that banana teachers omo national service. It is omo we school ha. Ebuha ni di omo din kwano efra. The Leicester University, but Nippon on the national service. People even try to impersonate such persons. So, omoye national service. So by connecting your system to the central database, a clear sample for we see in we did it. In fact, what I heard before, ghost names are bad that time. Now even the payment system is different. Sometimes not your biometric verification be our is your payment, we are question sign near their 2 accounts more. Now the checks quite mild. You are person white buyer, I admit, or a lot of checks by overcow no you scandal on the buyer na Yero Mahama didn't free office of the president about and sign quickly year back after 2017 and the answer be advanced checks. So if fourth estate for you see such figures in calculating ghost names, they are wrong. Very well. Poor investigation on you don't pick a figure from national service and then pick a figure as announced. You pick a figure from parliament, then what pick a figure from national service. Now what you see ghost names. Now one multiplying by the national service allowance.
Nana, ma me nase na yemfa NC. Bibi ene na wasi e.
Me te Felix Nsonka. Me kaisa tama on Felix a year interview, Na afuna no aba foforo kra.
Yes.
Na sian so masa te se o ka se osre nsem ni bia e bia fortest di aba no bi wonu ma etu appear scary. But to be anto no boase. I know sa free a wakwa akoteki sit no. Maybe senka wo frɛ na ba. Maybe some of the things we hold more kind of on cancer. Because from many experience kakano, quite election year, so many postings August, September. It means ebe the main postings It's almost figure and it is a director on a quack with the projection of teacher training for nursing training form teacher training form almost say 20-25 years. And a nursing training form be post April, near post be September. 80 March budget here on the thing. They'll factor them in. And I'm very sure Sir Fred score he's worked on it and it will be factored in. So that figure, that disparity now it is because teacher training after an ebe postiomo. Nurses for after ebe postiomo. Cohort 1, cohort 2, after never postiomo. It is only we welcome the investigation. But as for fourth estate, from SAR 2018, a baseless, a bogus, man yejuma papa bia, method no more a wrong. You don't a so poor me. Now me for very short time. Come on, contact me. Nobody contacted me. I was all my head office MPP. They be many letters for Mustafa Yusuf. Wanko baby no sports minister or MP. He has confirmed that nobody reached out to him. That thing so much more very short. But me, Obi, okay. I would take them on.
Okay. As in you see them?
Because you can't just use anybody picture. Now we hear Suleiman Abraham is making such categorical statements. They say, as in Obiako Fesi Kebi and creating a certain impression, gloomy impression. Say, Obiako Fesi Kebi free baby. Me, the four tested people, I will take them on. Some person will hear a certain investigation, be now more the church of proposals to solicit for funds elsewhere. You don't use people's credibility.
Nana. I think your point is well made. Yeah, that's a papa Pemreninti. Ma Yemfa Henry Nanabuachi NC. I'll still stay on the line and speak to the minister in charge of government communications and presidential spokesperson, the Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofusu. Honorable Ekosiisen Suni Akwaba na pom to saying.
Oh, Namiado Mehoya.
Yeah, Danyamia say. And should be your first press conference our address, Anna.
Oh, okay. Press briefing. When my back with it, by no Abraham and Penny Mama, to Aquaman, Aquaye and about community. But when the first time I've had to respond to specific issues here, not if you.
Will it be a regular feature?
Oh, well, yeah, as and when.
Okay.
Say, Kwaya, your first year, manager, a Mugua Hodo. If you are what, I will tell what you're crata. If you are what, I say we shall send for. If you are what, I through radio engagement and our television engagement, and I know we into the approach and it will depend on the circumstances.
Very well. And some of the issues I will address, a beef and central for it. Maybe I'll start with you on that one. The GJ president has had cause to criticize government for the attack on some journalists, or let's say 7 instances in the last 1 month. What can say that be so born a bit misplaced? Really, what did you want to tell GJ, Mepacho?
First of all, many GDA presidents didn't come in. Abra, makes a wire press conference. It's a many national say, now what you be to me, you be sing kunya. Na ya bye asem no ho. Na ya hwe bi esi edeto. Na mo me ati say, so what say, what criticize the government because journalists have been assaulted. Say wuchi dem. The only time who be to me criticize the government for a journalist assault, and they say William Pefe say abino asoma nipa bi say esan say journalist bi aye na adwuma abino ni anyi hu nti nipa no enkonkon to hwe ne so mo no ha say omonya ne bone. That is the only instance where you can fault government for an attack on journalists. Na ebo no say na mo kirem say erasus asaidonko ehun say nipa bi ye galamsi nti okwa akọ report ana okwa akokoba na illegal miners no eto se ne so eye no ade a ensem fata eye boneye bonese it is criminality I was no bambo nyuma yefo no etu ho na mo na nipa ye sa no omochi omaso but want to mean say aban no na ese ye bonus bo because illegal miners have set upon you and now say ye koye council of state elections na say basa yesu na pinten si wo na nipa bi ejojo journalist for wha unless say you are suggesting say aban no etu nipa say omomra meye saade no I don't see how you can blame government aban aso die say obebo Ghana fo nyina ho eban ene de etinye bi no say aban so bi ye gitum but specific blame no must be explained. It's a me say all your press conference say see about aban no so bo na ye ba no ya attack journalist 7 no. I didn't think that there was sufficient basis to blame government. Even though you can say government has ultimate responsibility for ensuring there is peace and security and stability in the country. But the blame specifically heaped on the president and the government. First, they did not have a basis. I drew attention to that. Then subsequently we agreed that we will meet early next week to have a discussion on the way forward on the matter.
Yeah, but your critics will say, the immediate past president suffered same fate. I mean, at the time, no man was opportunity say in semni bi ohe was say you blame the president directly for some of these attacks are now
the minister, Felix. Upper West Minister, regional minister. Centrally Bika say are involved in Galamsey and as Bibia and Senfata. Now agents of the minister to share the panel so that one you can lay blame on government. Institutional arrangement and amanabasa they are agents of the state acting on behalf of an appointee of the government. And also Manasa Azuri publish articles that are critical of the president. Not agents of the state not organization or memoir. That's why you know where to label him. But Obi, one nam pokumleme abonte so na obi hia na ka se wo kra wo yedo do na se se bi bedi asa obo waso mu a kai se o mampeni na so na me sade and I say Lipano is acting on behalf of the state now. No. So you can't say a journalist has been attacked without showing who or how the attack has taken place and then heap blame on the government and after the president. What the main aiding for me,
Asempa
will be some assembly now, Mrs. Say, it is an uncomfortable question. Na no me bufu, na me bo wontrene, na ade chin na me sumani pa say omo mama ye obibia. That is where you can blame me and blame government. That is why I sought clarification from the GGA president. Exactly what is he blaming government for? Illegal mining, illegality, adeboni adipa na ye. This is what say wo kokoba, wo kan ho asem, ana wo kotwa ho foni dia brega na fo. Na nipa no etisa wo so. I don't think that the government has sent illegal miners to attack you. How do you blame government for it? If nobody blamed President Akufo-Addo for random acts of lawlessness and also indiscipline, he was blamed for actions involving his government. Why? It is not related to the media, but a man who were wearing state security apparatus and had weapons, can't you blame government? Who will you blame?
But also media, in the case of Ahmed Swale, there is no evidence to prove, say, government official been a soma and for say omunkonko disanyamra semino. But Nanadu was blamed virtually for his whole tenure for that murder. No,
the narrative was that Ahmed Swale was killed as a direct consequence of investigation.
Yeah, but that has not been established. That was not established.
No, but the point is that who said, why in the camp, they said, Nana Akufo-Addo, and Ahmed Swale. Who has ever said that? Whoever said that?
But he was blamed. He was blamed for that.
First of all,
yes.
Even the business of your question is problematic.
Okay.
First of all, I don't even know why you are even trying to draw linkages to the past government. This government has been accused of something. They can't say there's no basis. You are not able to tell me, say, there was a basis for someone in that GGA president carry. But I say the past somebody was blamed. I don't even understand the line of question.
No, but the point is what the GJA president said, and also GJA president, he's been consistent in putting blame on government when journalists are attacked. It is not just today.
I don't think that the GGA president ever said under President Akufo-Addo, so when traffic will be assume President Akufo-Addo should be blamed. He has either said the agents of the state attack for criticizing government's worker. He will blame the president. Otherwise, there will be no basis. How do you blame a president for random acts on the streets of Ghana? Why? Whoever said if a journalist gets into a quarrel with Obinadi Pano, who would ever say that? But Ahmed Swale, we all know, was actively involved in investigations that expose the government to public criticism. It is an impetus to say, and no one see any yakuna. When they say a inference in a Nipaneye, Manas Azuri, was he not sent into exile in this country? Because agents of the state were after him.
Yes.
So why won't you criticize government for that? Is it comparable to illegal miners chasing a journalist now? So this comparison say Akufo-Addo was blamed, Mahama should be blamed for miners and illegal miners chasing a journalist. No, I don't get the linkage. And you see also MPP propaganda so sad. You see, people are not allowed to just say anything and get away. Say Akufo-Addo was blamed for something, so let's find something to blame on Mahama. Why? What is the basis for that?
Felix, personally, we know you as a friend of the media. The government you speak for, can you assure Ghanaian journalists all over the country at 8 years say we would be safe doing our work?
Absolutely. What the basically say will be, there's not a single journalist will be attacking because and now perhaps let me say an agent of the state say a buying the best man will be say on the bunny because that will never happen. The day that happens, I will leave government. And also President Mama wouldn't say there are people in the NDC who criticize President Mama for being too tolerant of critics. So you've heard that thing.
Yes,
and I want to say
yes, I know.
It will be his own party people criticize him, say he's too friendly to critics. Now, why would he even dream of going to attack anybody? Manasseh, Abrana President Mama Wabemu between 2013 to 2016. Who was more critical of him than President Manasseh? Manasseh, President Mama granted him audience in his office, despite the criticism. Abra all launching the book. Some of you want some buy the contribution President Mama made.
Yes.
And I'm a one.
Yes, I know.
So President Mama will be a new marker.
Oh, too bad. Enti yensan emfreni biona yentwaso. Felix Kwachio Fosu, a Minister of State in charge of government communications, Osanye Member of Parliament for Abra Asebu Kwaman Kese, and Osanye Presidential Spokesperson, NNO AD and Como. Ekosiisen so higher sempa 94.7 FM. Inti, we are working the lines. Yebenya ni biona fi NNO area. There are some other issues. I hold if issues bear me and son NN or Jebre address in the press conference. Oh yeah, and Mate, Mama okay. Do we have him? Okay. We are working the lines to see you question Ben.
Yeah, to about Ashanti Regional Coordinating Council.
Yes.
Na Mranti bi Ashanti Tadie.
Yes.
They are perceived or they are known NDC supporters.
Yes.
Ako vandalize the place. Ama chaotic. Now at the full glare of the police no now yebu journalists. I can show you pictures of journalists.
Yeah, but his argument they say, who are those people now?
They are known. You see, they are known NDC. They are known NDC operatives.
How do you know?
Now, my call institutions. I basically say me no me no can who boom and if Dominic Edi chini share atadie.
Yes.
And you see ba mohai kwa abe yang tinkabana ka police in chair. Obusa won say since December 7
granted said they are known NDC youth, you know. Do you know, sir, they were there on the instruction of a government official?
And police for now no mujina ho na also mo share. So the police also works for the state.
Sure.
The police, the core function of the police is to protect lives and properties.
I agree.
It is a mujina ho na se bibi say e koso. Na mutimi nya hwea. Then you push it to the government of the day.
No, but how do you blame the president for that?
No, I may say because the president is in charge of the security of you and I. Are you aware?
Yes.
It is a security auto from say.
Yes.
Now you protect nipa security. You don't want us to blame it on the government of the day. If blaming the president is their problem, you blame the government of the day because they have formed government now. Oh no, I don't know if you get the drift of my argument.
Yeah, but his argument is say, because we are narrowing it down to an attack on journalists.
Yes.
And journalists doing their work. There should be a causal link.
There's a causal link.
No. In his argument, he says, I will share examples of Maya. To say Upper West to say Northern Regional Minister. He was criticized and it was established, say, in for loyal to him, Koko attack journalist for that criticism on the minister. One more the case of Manasseh Azuria. And he says, you cannot establish same link with what is happening now.
When we were in power, just about 2-3 months ago,
yes,
this journalist from Mustashi, Erastus Okoye, investigation be one of the forests. And no, omo yo adwuma no eche no gene machines gene headset ni bibi odi adwuma nyina. In fact, no. I listened to him on my news file Saturday program. I listened to him. I listened to Samson Ladi, and the NDC's argument then was say, "Obi a journalist are all quotia galamsey. A son say abandi involved in tea. Abana me yabuno." And today the narration has changed. And the person Obi San say, "What has changed?" And I'm another example. Say, yeah, Tuaba, a council of state member for Ashanti region. In the full glare of the police for the video no so anya bia me send bia ma ama mo da to mo ade no so mo bibi no so ama fo ahwe. The full glare of the police. Omo gina regional police commander o gina ho ni mo nyina because no mo ya adwuma me hu manim. Omo ntumi nya hwe and yes say enioma. Yes say government properties. Even babia ye to aba no a government property. It is presumed to be the most secured place in the region. Regional Coordinating Council, the seat of government there. And they said Jubilee House, na ye program of Jubilee House near bo obi akosa ukoye interviews and now picking near bo. Are we safe? Is the journalist safe? That is the argument. Yeah, bo journalist original coordinating council. Now say yent me fa elenke e ma abina. Tell me who there ebesi ebetimi adalenke bio. Because what did information minister?
It is a pure criminal act.
Any attack on any individual is a pure criminal act.
Yes. And we have to see it as such, not to blame the president of the republic for an attack on a journalist.
So what changed? No, what changed?
Let me finish. Felix, me pacho wa homa ne tekoi.
Yes,
no problem. It did not the assurance to journalists say everything is okay. They would have.
So what it is that Obi, you must distinguish two things. Okay, say a journalist has been attacked. It is no different from a carpenter being attacked and also a mason being attacked. It is an act of criminality. Until you deal with it the way you deal with criminality. Now, a journalist has been attacked by government or its agents because Wakwaka Assembly and now that is when government can take blame. You understand me?
Yeah.
So to merely count the number of journalists who have been attacked and say government should be blamed and it has happened under a certain government, it's not a fair way to drive the narrative. That is the point I'm making. But in terms of commitment, say, yeah, but journalism, and I say, yeah, create atmosphere. Say, Obi, say, what's sorry, Anopa, na abana yibibi, na we need you can premuka, what can I do when you do? So to me, a coffee koda, in Yasumje, Esha, you know, ma. That one I can give you that assurance because Lipa or Yaman Penina Kafano. He is very well known to be extremely tolerant of critics. And that's why some people say, you know for a fact. So there are people in the NDC, they criticize President Obama, say he is too friendly with his critics. You understand me? So that is the distinction now. And I've raised this to the GJA president. And we will meet next week to shed further light on the matter.
But would you also make that commitment, say, in the case of the CEO Council of State Election, Regional Coordinating Council, Ashanti Region, because of where it happened, say a year, the seat of government in the region, there would be that commitment, say, I would ensure, say, we push the police to make arrests in that particular case.
Of course, I will be the first to demand. And over the years, I have demanded action against Nipom Disejumano. It will be even the attack on journalists aside, even the very idea of engaging in that kind of lawlessness during an election, no, it's wrong. It is not one it is up to the police and the relevant agencies to do their work as they should do. But to categorize it as something that the government should be blamed for, no, and because sufficient basis has not been provided.
Felix, my free and also share another. The National Education Dialogue is underway.
Sure. Yes, and okay.
And day 2.
Yes, and okay.
Okay. Of course, my name is Oman Penyin and Kasaba out by Catholic Bishops Conference, no HO any ade. I also see sir with Wayno. Yenu baby bakon yene kesie bakon. Ya into regions. Is that the case?
Oh yes, there was a committee that was tasked with planning. So almost the one. Abama issue as part of this process. It's a carefully thought through process. But my main apology will be it shows that Oman Mama Yobia, he is willing to accept where mistakes have been committed and do better. So we share Catholic Bishops Conference. Any other stakeholders, especially major religious institutions, they play a significant role in Ghana at this association. It's by all means, they acquire on mind see a moon. They should be part of it. If it was clearly an oversight, and yes, it will be any someone, and also will be bit yaom. And I will free and a bar nipa as you said, media nafa. But Abra, your train, almost as media no, I've been national paper no, to an amount to correct that error. But now, Mantini Mama, so say at his level, no, he needed to reach out and indicate, say, and Yabwa Yokra, Nemono, Epa, nipa is say media no any so into the band
and my name say the MPP and so the any oversight and because they claim say they were not invited. The former deputy education minister said Omunyina as managers of the ministry in the way just about 3-4 months ago they were all not invited.
But the same minister say probably a waste of time.
But all say
the same the following is a waste of time. I want to go back. If he ever was a waste of time, he wants to go and waste his time at the following. If he opposition, they should consolidate it and decide on what he wants, whether they think it is useful and I think it's waste of time. But whatever it is, we give it every stakeholder. If you are watching fact, that will manage this and that's all minor and and our management will be on. I will check if a specific invitation was sent to the MPP. If it wasn't, I think it's an oversight and catch it.
Very well. Me pacho, one other thing I think and minim say what address say they are on the bonds to bondholders are buying, and as a president and instructive finance minister said on Shena Untria moment after you issued your letter no former finance minister post on Facebook say Mumu Dieye the 4th and that the NPP government paid the first 3 enti enye bibi fufuro bia na modie moye what is the response no
let's say I thought you also can say you bonds because
yes
okay fine before and your mama born and I before in the first place I hear DDP. In this secretary I hear if free a memo born mubu ya omoji Ghana fusika na ichire omubu amano kwambone so nti amano na kapeleba ya bo mutoku ni ho nti no omaka kire Ghana for so omuntu ntia nti omuntu ebra ese ombitu omaka na hyeda na afi so nsi ho ese dem a omo so omo betetu so kra. So they broadcast to this point to begin with. I don't even know what they seek to achieve by saying that they paid some coupons. I know that Kenya, as someone you can the statement I'm issue you say, Omampeni Mahama was share or swafwa or Shesika Samaso Kete say on Shena Untia Omwa Abandi Omokasano Eka. Oh yeah, on Fesikantu Futua Yatia, your friend is sinking fan Limu. In July and August, another round of debt servicing will be due. No, you to me is here. And before any one say, oh, and maybe this wrong corner. Only just can't see you to me. What is something you know? Well, they are funnel sinking funds, and I said the buffer for debt servicing. No, Madam, you were here. So open the go for dinner and debt service reserve account. And your friend. And you tell it you can sinking fund. Say a year for 2 yatre say it is catum na dache say bless you say you tia car you tia. A specific designated account. You will Baku is in cities and Baku is in dollars. It will be so person who sampa MPP for some discuss to more. Because it's an account, you can obtain a statement of account. It's a menu say statement of account let them Obi. What's your statement of account now? The last time, so what's dollar denominated account now? The last time, CKB FR was in October of 2024. If you look at October 2024, balance ahead, and I said, Sikana account as of October 2024. That is $4,387. What is new? I will say. We are talking of 6 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Obi mesro 64,000 Ghana cedis. So converted by this cedi moi. Edu 6 billion baby.
No.
Good. Number 2. So which cedi denominated?
Oh. Wow. Enti Monsan Enya Felix Emma Mibio na meneno enwie and then we can make progress. Abejafo no atena se ene wukua da ye the discussion segment no ebe toamo so enche bia o adwentra ye WhatsApp number ne 0548 443 523 0548 443 523 na yentie de wonso wo am I data WhatsApp number we say obi okay, let me see. When did President Akufo-Addo tell someone to attack Ahmed Swale? When did Akufo-Addo tell someone to attack Manasseh? If operatives of a minister engages in a scuffle, how does that translate to an approval of Akufo-Addo? If Galamsey's attack a journalist, how do you blame Akufo-Addo? Yet he and his people blamed Akufo-Addo for all attacks on journalists. Felix should spare us the sanctimonious analysis. All the attacks on journalists were criminal activities. It is a fact that under President Mahama, 7 journalists have been attacked and several radio stations closed down. That's the abysmal record of Mahama when it comes to democracy. Kofi Tonto, texting from the cold weather of Massachusetts in the US of A. Hello, Obi. I watched the conversation between Mustafa Gbande and Egbert Fabiel, and I was distraught by the actions of Mustafa Gbande. Mustafa Gbande has been making serious allegations, hate speech and sweeping statements for some time now, but he always gets away with it. Obi, sorry to say this, his kind of politics is archaic and should be checked, especially now that he finds himself in a reputable position at the Jubilee House. Should we believe this is the kind of information he would be feeding the presidency without cross-checking? He really needs to up his game. Godi edie ena ode abai. Na ansa na mamen pe juma ema obi me pacha se o pe juma me we juma ede ema hotel foforo bi aba wo East Legon na omo fankofo for multiple positions. Enti uye obi a wani ji adwuma ne ho a e wo say obi a wote nearby areas in the East Legon enclave e ho e na wo say wote na watimi apply available roles no ye pe cook ye pe chef ye pe secretary wo say oba ye pe marketing executive wo say oba ye pe receptionist e wo say oba and ye pe security and a housekeeping. When ije adwuma yi ho a friend number we see here 0243 405 125. Felix, and the ahomane higher in power, but
yes, it's unfortunate, but
Mamintio me pacho.
You see, Uber CD account now.
Yes.
A yet debt service reserve account now. They work down the Sycamore. The last time there was any transaction under the MPP. Omu Yisika 500 million Ghana cedis every month. Into a car balance of 155,463,435 cedis. That is 2nd January 2025. Obi, ebi o midisao. Sika yetiano, 6 billion. Aramebwa.
Yes.
So what the 155 million Ghana cedis? Eka 64,000 Ghana cedis wa. Does it come anywhere near that amount?
No.
Me know what I say. On 17th February 2025, what is Dwada Echemi? A year Minister of Finance, oyi 6 billion Ghana cedis. This is our account we edit to bondholders. Sika. Because the authority team main your taxes. Taxes are yenya any money from other sources. And okabomu to put in this account to be able to pay. With that balance of 9 billion Ghana cedis, 9.27 billion Ghana cedis for July, any August debt servicing under the DBEP program a year. It is empty before the catch and say they left a buffer. Where exactly was the buffer? Because this is the account into which the buffer is paid. Buffer no is the buffer the $64,000 and I said 155 million. When the money involved, I can't want them no. It's in excess of 15 billion Ghana cedis now. It as more cannot be true in light of the facts available.
And you are saying, sir, with the recent payment, no, because we know, sir, in the first 3 months, no, a year, the November, and I said the budget ahead of appropriations, no, and mudi ye Juma, Sisia, our parliament, ejitum, no, and I recall saying, no, parliament approved 98, is it 98 billion for you to spend in the first 3 months, and no mubina munye bidi gu. Sa sikani mu anase taxes kakra amajeji in the first 1 month here be and amodi ayese
there are taxes and other transfers, but claimant entry before you say they left profits alarm is that not what they say?
Yes
you can bafa say asset listen
omo just ka to mo ho say eye due anamodi atua
absolutely accountant you did this adwuma no ene dia wahi enya sinking fund
the boss yes sinking fund
it will show account no mu na say asoma mo kan no kra. Should you not see that balance in it?
Sure.
That balance is not in it. Secure woman, my boss watch around $64,000 in the dollar account and 155 million in the CD account. What can be no more? It doesn't come anywhere near the 6 billion I did here, and 9 billion Nakasiano. So what they are saying is not true. Yeah. They didn't leave any year marked funds for debt servicing. Okay. Yes, yeah, but now cost sanction fund $250 million. They didn't leave anything like that.
But is it a fact though, sir? First 3 payment dates.
First 3 months, Mr. First 3 months now working. It was dedicated to other expenditure. No, everything on the buy was for a specific purpose. If there was money for debt servicing, it will be in the specific account for the purpose. It is a simple matter.
Okay. No, I get you. I just wanted to confirm, sir, from your checks, you know. Say, I mean, say, your first payment, your second payment, and third payment, because and your fourth.
Obi, so what can say?
Yes.
You've left buses for debt payment. I said, let's say, which is to what's a blessing. See, and
move immediately.
Yes, but there's nothing like that.
Anyhow. I think we've made that point. Yeah.
Allocations you've made for other sectors to spend, and other sectors are the okay. But you've not left anything for debt payment. So it's up to the coming government to find the money to pay. That is what we said in the statement. If you are coming to a budget, you must show evidence. Almost debt service account, as I have done.
And if they come back and tell you, sir, Mukasa find this candidate here, where did you get that money from?
If you look at this account, there's a transaction of about $90 million from stabilization fund. Yes. Stabilization fund is not earmarked fund for debt payment. So I must say.
Yes.
And yet, a dedicated account for money payment. It simply means that you have to reorder your priorities. They didn't do that when they were in power. Their priority was not leaving money for the debt to be paid. Yesi Abemu 2016. Jessica in the sinking fund, not in any other fund for debt servicing. It's over. And your year mark funds are what we saka and you They didn't do that. If I mean Anta and his colleagues in the MPP are saying said they left buffers, they must show the buffer they are talking about. The only buffer available for this is the sinking fund. Answer na year ba Bemu 2013 to 2017. There was no sinking fund. There was no fund dedicated to debt servicing. Now, say a breast see a debt service now. Now, takre wo futum ye there was never a time near Jessica said a breast in Chiatana, ye debate here. I don't know what they were responding to, honestly.
Yeah, I think a more issue, the question they are asking repeatedly, they say, Granted said the Wokani and the Crescent there is no money in the debt reserve fund. Where did government in just 1 month get the money to pay?
What I would that happen? I have heard answer. I have heard Sita. I have heard other interview communicators.
Yes.
They claim say they left buffers. That's what the word they've used. What is a buffer?
Yeah, you've answered the buffer. You've answered the buffer question.
In fact, even some appropriations from year.
Yes.
In the last quarter of 2020, and yet it was borrowed funds. They borrowed from the capital market, from the treasury bill market to do it, and then combined it with taxes. But they were dedicated for specific purposes, not debt servicing.
Yes.
If you want to show that you were making provision for debt service, it must reflect in the account that is earmarked for that purpose. It is not in there.
Okay.
As I've already showed you.
Indeed, the amount when your taxes are buying AG so far.
Any other sources of revenue.
Very well. Very well. Me move on time and into the other thing. What is the national organizer of the NPP? They are buying Supreme Court on your friend is saying revocation of contract. No, Ejumaya for Ejumanwati.
Well, right to the court. So I guess one attention about there's no issue.
But you disagree that the act of the chief of staff is unconstitutional. You disagree?
Or what before? How are they even able to describe that as unconstitutional? They from the UMT in 2017 was it unconstitutional? That is the problem with the MPP. They don't believe in rule of law. They rule with impunity. No more year, not in change. I'm elected over governance. Yeah, transition. And you who say last minute, after they are now changing the normal fee of them. What do you make a 10-10? Yes, that's all. Now, but because yes, I have been. And once you be in about that, Abaya Airbanis. Abaya Airbanis has its priorities and programs. If it allow that government to make a decision on this, what there be? Obey. And then you use irregular means. There are some of the people they didn't even write an application letter. Some will pay you.
Hey,
they bring more backdated letters. Yafano and next you actually answer Yafano and there, and I say and then answer. And I was me and I
wow, and there's evidence to show.
Oh, why not? In fact, even at the time you started, I can't want some doing the same time. We had the evidence, and it was on that basis in T. And I approached MP's transition team. They said, "You are more your known family council." It is also not proper. And in terms of good governance requirements, no, and so December 2017, 2024, 17 December 2024. What I issued a statement on behalf of the transition team of the NDC say we will take steps to ensure that these things are reversed.
Yeah.
It was because of what we knew at the time. There are some of them who didn't write application letters. Even more, there's mandatory medical examination. They didn't go through it.
But on that basis, no, maybe it shouldn't have been a blanket revocation, and that we should have dealt with it on case by case basis.
Irregular employment.
Okay.
Employment, so it has to be needs based. And so vacancy. First of all, you must even advertise the vacancy.
Yes.
Now, so that it is fair to everybody. If you can't any baby or say, or near Jumanibia or what the requisite qualification, or not also at the application call, then you assess the people based on merit. Now, process a NIPA because your party for, and then you give them advantage over others. Bypass due processor. It is not a regular thing. I have also. Yeah, anytime you be recruitment, we will do an open, transparent recruitment process, open to all Ghanaians, not NDC for pay. You understand me? So that is the basis for the action I take. And we serve notice just on your day.
But okay, some of the letters we've seen though, ebi mo ye file mo adwumem November, ebi cry October, into enye according to the chief of staff directive. Oh, too bad. In the Felix Ahomano article, I think we should end. Na afi yentoa some of the, I think the critical issues no you're dealing with a we. Nyame ya domo emrepem ye senya ni biewa ye be sign atwa. So I was say ye best studio na ye be din komo. After this short break, we get into the conversations. No, maybe nyabotre. Maybe see Ekosiisen so stay with us. So the Ekosiisen dwumedie no asuguso a utie no ma yenna mu nyina ase ne yema makwaba emfa momra Ekosiisen eso. Said the American eka no the discussion segment na air to amo. So we've done 10 minutes after 5 on Wednesday evening enti ma yemfa chopa mamoa na mutie ye ne Honorable Felix Kwacho for so interview na homano ene ni amwayen ba nyame ya adoma emrepem no will get him back na fe ya toaso ene no edi enkomo. But let me do this very quick interview in 2 minutes na fe memra studio na yen toaso the president of the Ghana Journalist Association ewa homano so a yene no kasa presdo akwa ba net saying
so minia obi the chairman na me mo di jumapa.
That's it. Yenim say enra what in sem to da efa attacks on journalists. Okay, say bako be enso and happen under this administration. Would you want to refresh your memory enso ne ye
So about me say obi say me politiwa dey be kan ma me enka say Metie one minia Felix interview no.
Yes.
Na anka association na say DJ association interview mandated by law say you be share in some 12 for e say your interest any ye kan konaka na nya fe ye ne abanka semafo e ba bonte abi ya no. Is that the minia ne frame no. E komo ye ko so e ma entiafe ba say na ochi ebesi mu yi yebehia esan say no person hia me and then not ya eso na me tu kwan te me kire de say me ni oman ni na meba weekend it betimi shali na so gitimi me say me ni at the press conference be me say nsam no wanti afie yi de me pese me dikan no wanti asebra yi e de bem so be yi a na mom no ya pese ye be ye de omo be ye de ne be ko banta me san say ye de nidie ema President Mahama ono osanso ya training mapper or ye member of the association. Now make is summer edudu ga obi. There's na ochi edikan February busumi 1 week ya first week of February like within a week and na phone sia ya attack omo. Yes 6. Now 6 ni no and 9 ekoso ewo Ashanti region eye Kumase Mra na Council of State about one koso na yankofo a ewo Kumase eye the regional executives chairman 8 omo follow asem na ekobi say one crowd do on sakeka sabi some trofo no wo ye sabi NDC fo a wo supporters and sympathizers be fa say wo do NDC. Now, no dancing. The possible you yet me anu mu so kodi won juma wale. And also it sounds no was soja atu bi mu a na wo hye no. Na enum na ye nuanu ye say omo ye efimi abon dewuru ama sebio Ghana fo ni na emu say dumadi that is our constitutional mandate. Our constitutional way say sebio will shed light on darkness. And this is the also not a training war, not a true idea. I go to a idea that it's in the public interest. I say a month for no sub you mine a tia or price of bomb do. I told you for a tree won't a bro won't. Like I say, the community only 2 me and so many ways on back of a mobile report on your operation. Now, the bank and the minia ubi. In fact, the band about say I told you for your operation omu job juma is a training to me day and cover. I know a deep you a kanwa and so. I saw the year on you meet I don't know it's happened in January. A kanwa so you deep you the kanwa in Sia or you meet them the kanwa and so. Now the year can say Opia what I say President Mahama attack in some trouble. And now President Mahama, Shanghai, am I attacking some trouble. And now President Mahama, Asumati, attacking some trouble. Obi, the year can say, you Kumana, I fear me, you name the tea. Even you say, if a phobic of is some training, yes, you said, now ye, sympathizers and supporters, Emma, Sabio, Openibia, Pipenia, Okuma. And yet, penny in the Kobudo, no woman you say, a young and Kofua almost gone on. Yan I'm so a chase out empty penny now. Am I a blacklisted Rukuma? The same, I fear chubby so you the CC is a trouble be attack. You bo abino so say abino and protected in some trouble. Yes, for Ghana police, for IGP, and then the man for say, almost shana, almost one hour, said what and 1 month and 12 in your Jumano. Now, police for where do say, sub you would play our fossil or fossil editing and 12 your bull as seminal, and your panel. Now, you bought a binary to say, a binary high because the town say, institution of state. Police institution, it's a part of government. I don't think.
Yeah, but President, Honorable Felix argument, and say, if we draw that comparisons with what happened under the NPP, we might be making a mistake in that. So we'll find on case by case basis. In the 7 example and instances, a BND who say a direct officer of government is involved. If, for example, say Erastus Asaridon Kodiano, his argument is say illegal miners be engaged in an illegal activity. Echo attack journalist an illegality or say police for a dealing with. You don't blame government for something like that. It's an argument.
I don't have a church in say you blame government. So your press conference and then somebody did to Ghana. The dear no you blame government. Some can say at a police for him. Now and son you better in press conference you know and Brano. Now the medical and the IGP upper police also. Ama in some kicking the debate Ghana, you know boss one some form of assurance. The another year can say, three president Mama not drink about so say. A mere obedi at the Italian comparison, Obi, Yamfa, MPP, Yamfa Kufado, Yamfa Bibia, you can say, a mere obedi, or mere Yaswani ina, obedi to, I want a second administration, sell one penino. Sebio, Nipadudo say, and now ya saw 2 or more. Say, I'll buy 80. Yes, sir. Or no, yes, Centronia or understanding the plight of journalists. And you know, China Jabba so say, on one among all your bibi. It sounds say, we did say, although he's the commander in chief of the Ghana forces, and I saw your free Omukobu, Omukobu is a trophy. But the Mama Becky Matter, I tell me, I follow within a second. Even if the military command is not even prepared to do that, but the Mama Becky Mama directive, no. It is the can say, you can say, a final, now President Mahama, and Asuma, and I say, Omo, answered attack, and I say, 7 attacks, no, Omo, Kosu, they won't be here, can say, you all Kromuano, and say your boss of training, Obi, me know a number equally. Say, you, Obi, Ekodin, ransom nothing, BBC, and I said, BBC, yeah, they said, so, yeah, a bambo at home, as a greet for police for any of Juma year. Now you have the ambassador, a buying also, and share, a China to get about mining. And notice you about them 12 for we over Juma. You have to start a dog or day. And yet, this is not the first time, bo abai abai say on hwe one na wo hye the amount sama na say advance some no on hwe na one ye den won face the laws under president Ekofo-Addo and I started Erastus Asemi by 1 year ya bo abai to bo say aso ma ye hwan ama said you police phone po na ma na montuo no e wo said ye slow a ye gidi abai no so e wo powers no to me say very well. I think the point as well. Mami Musa, my final question. So we'll share cases now. We're reporting in Kumasi incident. No, Metre Council of State elections. No, 4 journalists were attacked. Yes,
but would that be 4 separate cases? And I say, one case, and I attack it for. How do you do the count of? Instances of attacks on journalists, no. Yeah, say journalists mienu attacked in one incident, do you count them as two separate cases and I say one case? How do you do me patch?
Okay, I think Obi, share the indices now. You do rate the World Press Freedom Index now. Yemfa under safety and security no. Yemfa case by case. Yemfa the number of journalists and media participants who have come under attack. I don't think say offer case bit to say me father say Kumasi dia. Sankan control ni baako any attack na aka and we make control ni baako. It's say yɛnhwɛ the indices no said yɛnyina yɛdim a ɛno na ɛno saa nneɛma yi contribute to Ghana yɛ ranking on the World Press Freedom Index ɛno na ma ma ɛno pra count the kete ka ho nti na ma yɛba out between President Mahama adwen ba so sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔyɛ dɛ ɔde ne nasi form na ɔsɔ bibi saa no san sɛ ɛnkyɛ May 3rd yɛba bɛ celebrate World Press Freedom Day no another ratings ebeba na yɛn pɛsɛ yɛdina yɛdim sɛ nsɛntwerɛku bakako yɛbɔ yɛn ho mmɔden di dwuma sɛ afia yɛtwa mu yi yɛnim sɛ yɛtumi brɛ tax anaasɛ asɔt ase ɛma obi yɛkɔɔ yɛabatoɔ mu no before, during and after election for the first time in the history we recorded incident free and no the case no yɛ as a yɛfa no nsɛntwerɛpɔ dodoɔ a yɛatakye wɔn na yɛmfa no the case say ebi akuma say na yɛatake nipa wei na yɛka sɛ ɛyɛ one case daddy.
Very well, very well. I think the point is well made. Mr. President, me and Nasi, BBNia, Yabessia Babidin.
Yes, but Obi, I thought I would dance and make a say Simu Diate. Yambo, President Mama Subo, Yambo, a minus to bo. President Mama, oh, you shot, oh, share your last members in good standing list I publish here. Oh, yeah, not about 63 or 62. He is a member in good standing, is one of us. And you see, say, BB. 2 years, and I be 2 some 12. Your work when you say, your best friend say, hey, you can't say, Ura, Yura, President Mame, Ufi, it is now a son. I don't see, I will be a case under your city, the attacks are ACC for the past 50 days, and now say, for the 50 days of President Mama, APC, so no, Makuma Conson, and I hear Cafe, a CPR no share records at Statex Fixer. Your data no average attack is around 12 at TBR. It is a first 50 days now you record 7. Sebio say reporters reporters far. Omo ka say yam fami say befa say Ghana is it's a 12 for ya attacking one and you do 7. Affect index no.
Yo, President Medasepa, Bibiani Ebesia in Comobio. Why Medasepa? He is the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, Albert Kwabena Jumfor and Moten in Kano. Emreno Eko ba Meba Bema Honorable Kojedua Saria Kwaba. I don't know the last time I used to Emirates Airlines. Emirates. A brutal in Canada. Inti ene Emirates for some infam to him say the next time you fly from Accra, why don't you fly better with Emirates? And Emirates, they can't ubefi say a hype. So one song share, ubefi say a hype. Emirates, oh, I'm brutal. Now, no flight, I would say economy class, I would say business class. Seat papebi. In Emirates economy, you can even enjoy endless entertainment on board with up to 6,500 channels to choose from. We need the Emirates. They way out the economy. Oti economy no. Yetimi amount. Endless entertainment on board. 6,500 channels. Obeshe movies. The opposite will be obetimi aye. And you heard me right. It is sit back, relax, and watch the latest Hollywood and Bollywood blockbusters, comedy box set, and even live sport on Emirates. You can even stay connected with our onboard Wi-Fi, so you can chat with your friends and family and share holiday selfies from 40,000 feet. Above sea level. You know, you get so much more in Emirates economy. You know what I mean? What's the economy? Imagine that economy now Wi-Fi on board. unam wiem na wo ye WhatsApp o ye Facebook any bibia unya menhu any other airline or economy unya Wi-Fi. They be a business class for the enjoy, but Emirates Ediaba economy. And you get so much more in Emirates economy. Enjoy more convenience and flexibility to over 140 destinations within the Emirates global network. Find out more at emirates.com. Emirates.com. Into kwa the wohunina no bete na wetimine won edijuma. Emirates. Finally, Adum TV Fufuo Party this year the baso me pamochel hashtag ne team hashtag team as we celebrate the achievement of our Ghanaian independence and heritage. Let's gather around a bowl of fufuo as we reflect on how far we've come as a country. Adum TV Fufuo Party 2025 this time no be that this year Mr. Bra. Come with your family and friends and colleagues. 6th March 2025. 6th March, Independence Day, a holiday. It meant if you brani na ye nifufu, a free ho bafa asanka bra. Nebe di peche neko. Ye wo a multimedia premises how found of fast street kokomlemle. Anopa nunsia ekosi enyumre no num. Free ayowa ena fabra se wuni ayowa nso a. Ene ofre Dominic isi eboa obekra bia frikwo amye de abrel na odi abanti bra na be didi kwa e bon nyom na wudidi emuede nti Adom TV Fufuo Party hashtag no team. It's sponsored by Tete Natural Spices and Natural Sa Aiko Spices Ekoye Officer Betes Oye Guy Franco Trading Enterprise Phone Papa Fie City Blood Tonic Mulder Papa Ed Heck powered by SM Betes and your Ghana AIDS Commission in collaboration with the UNFPA in Kulenu Palm Soup Base Ghanaian original taste. Adom TV ye wadza oye into this year bra metwen 6th March ye medi fufu onabo kwedu asara kwa bet sen
obi nyame adom me ho ye pa
mama okon ado fufu ana how na wo hweme ne
oh enra mi di how you do
sir
we ba around
oh many you are
wow so me tampe fufu pi sa ti wonwana mabe ye no once be man yeah
and then 6th March no but more than be di ba ko be fam right oh ba na ya special fufu
mate this time ye FN say Independence Square via
ye Independence Square the kakra bi o Jubilee House na
right yeah obi ayi mechia etiefo mechia miniano ma me no mo studio masembia e ham kakra NDC I say NDC yeah friend say Greater Accra yeah MC you know CS they kind of saying MMDC yeah say yeah samba be ni foforo
so my interviews na we
yeah samba yeah vetting ni bi
aden
niam bi NCC ne kwan so
oh we sure Greater Accra
yeah nti yeah san aye no foforo and yeah empire yeah born say this time round you know omo hwana eniaman dana kwambu na it's like Greater Accra mo ya ho ya ba
in some
name akasa bibre I think after these elections the we are 31 out of 34 there anka as I say no more crowd dey some nije bini some
31 bio
there
so first on MPP what trace is ya do mu ni 3 so oh so omunya yi beka ho
there
omunya okaikwe central beka ho enya central abeka I think omo be 6 or so here
tema central
5 or 6 here
ablekuma north
yeah
I think it's 29 I think it's 29
yeah I think 29
that's
29
right.
against versus
and you know it's just a still cry landslide crowd as you know Oma Yejuma, the region na Yejuma, by now as a senka.
Confusion woman.
Yes, it's even affecting the appointments. because we share one.
And the way the statement about we say you authorize.
Yes. So appointments are almost slative and just listen, sir. Do you understand? And very nauseating to a large extent.
Nauseating means
abofuno. What I say, one here now wako kania yenka. What I say. So they should put their act together, and I believe, sir, this time round, omo beshama. Look, there's nothing our favorites in him.
Yeah.
But you see, mumma criteria be and daho. So greater crown at least munya some target be say as a sura for no so when you are doing will be man a certain quota. What I say, give them some quota so that whilst they are here. So for me, I am an advocate. Say the Gadangbe system, no, they should be,
fully
represented. In a, I just say be an area be a unim say I had it predominantly no so just like the Ashanti region the way I usually and then other parts of the country I would say languages vice versa say bad in so binyan crannies or MDC exactly we need to let those factors play. Once a while, you bet me a rotation, but let's not lose sight of that because I know so kahunema. Just say we are part of the system. Do you understand? It is a certain sense of belonging. Accra Hana, me I'm a Ghana. My mother is pure Ghana. Me papa
you have interest.
Yes. And I want to see that among my kinsmen. So I said, ninko and no so. Now for share competence. What I say, wanting party nimu so ate. I hear Juma will mate. And yes, and we buy all buying out and I dream himself a pet this year, 2-3 years. Now, giddy bibia not in one shimbi. It's after 3, not to say. Meanwhile, Obi has served for the last 15 years. Or no super beer. Now, ya boni buga. Yes, Omo. Omonto omobo, no mon share. Secretariat, especially one in the act in 3
the local governance
act one in the how they can raise revenue for their assembly vision war for the various some of the constituencies and a share district back and then how they can fuse and bring the two together and work for and all of that. As I said, bisanko for ibinum kokra in biso mo question bia na say ya discharge you you push you through like
ya discharge you
I mean just say I say inimni a ba be Canada we chance finalist so also I am bisa what you say they should be fair to the system me promocho let's do it right. Let's do it right. Yeah, fairness. Now, factors are a de kabomu eba regime. They should ensure they do that so that this time round you be no pena. Yeah, sorry so.
Somebody tells me, say, Obi, Greater Accra is not the only region with issues with respect to the MMDC's vetting. Eastern region, Suhum, and even many other districts in the region and so issues but Greater Accra then I pronounced because say national capital and the house I mean one of the few regions you have 2 former members of parliament that lead party the regional chairman a former member of parliament the regional secretary a former member of parliament but
rift the
confusion is
that's
crazy.
Where the rift is
crazy
between the two of them. I want a rift in the war. So, one thing I tell people, but when we have to work, we work. because in tokwa no metimi ye pie ya me no beto aso do ye anymore ya. But say be adwuma bom de. It is the work. Let's focus on the work. Yes. Let's not push our egos into the work. Because we need to deliver results. Our results, no, and young benefit. Look at the size of the region. And we've been affected heavily. I'm for a list. They call my appointment letters more money at the end. Now, go and fight. What I say, and you know, it's not pleasant. It's not.
But so far, so no more interested senior party members. So
oh. Kobuno bende yenye bi na meti ha make say.
But this is the first time I met
you. You see, because you see, do pempeso bi ana insem ni bi wo wa ni kan yedin, because who expect to say there's a system that must deal with it. What you say? Tino tempano un pentem enkoka. Do you understand? Because you believe say system no will take care of it. But around this time, obia purpose. People are scrambling for positions. It is why na onko bue na no na yango ka say nenum ko bia ginenum. O ti ase obia ye obia here because who go kana here wan go kan you na you could use in China. Now, everybody, there are things that should be addressed, but everyone is for fear of vilification and stigmatization. You know, well, some of us we are there for the right things to be done, and unti any dumb party no. Inti yebeka kra na ye nyahia yebeka, so that the party becomes a better place for all of us. Sabi post the yanka yenya bia. Yeah. But yenya bi so we will serve the party. Do you understand?
Yes.
Can a friend say some 37 verse 25 mommy. Now me fan close to me presentation. Yes. Because sabi we purpose intina bibi kochiwa na waka wanu atu.
Yes.
Do you understand?
It's Psalm 35, right?
Yes. 37.
37.
Verse
Sorry.
25.
Okay.
Well,
37. Okay. Verse 25. Or say, I have been young, and now I am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his descendants begging bread.
That's it, maybe.
Could you do asari?
Yes.
Medasi. That's a powerful one. Honorable Clement Jemfi. In Vivi Opoku Jemfi.
Yes.
Bebrena friend Kwame Poku CID.
Fantastic.
No, we brutal. Net saying
apom di nkaye na akadiaka. Say honorable Kojo do asari no. Ode akristo for Bible ni bi. Oba Sante for Bible ma. Ni team yensa yi mudunum no. Onso se wanka se otiri ho ye yi bone. Ntudo onye akristo for de na. Also Oba Sante for Bible no so. No Oba back him say wanka se otiri ho ye dey.
Yi bone.
Because a Juma Wayama party ya cha oda so to udi mai de mbara mi bisa se na ni di master ana pose biaka
kakraka
anu wa hen dia no
and the deputy ministers ya ka for
okay yan hwe
Dominic Cross and Nadmu Mai
yes wu no wa yi beba o yare da ho no
Nadmu Mai Public Procurement Authority Mai road fund Mai
Obi
road fund zo
Obi na udi you know so udi aka say Philip
Osei Bonsu
okay na Bonsu no ti ase
fie dey so ye kwaku kwaten Ba.
E kwakwa the finance minister o.
Me feel.
Oh, I see. Now udi bonsu no tia say. And what's
bonsu ye whale. Whale or dance.
So for say bonsu no before the 16th century na e be chechira Santimania na original na nkanka Asantefo din ho. Na yenya Asante hini bia. That time war no so that time no conquest o kun na o capture otimi kun ya kuko the coastal belt.
Okay.
Nto no kun ya ma fe na nipa na e wo coastal belt ni nyina adwane. Enti as showmanship ni ade no say ne kun don tokwa no mo pe bia kun. No rap no ni we. Timi ne bonsuso ye de ekokun ye. Ena onu kwa ne rap no. Wo so wan ko bi. Enti one bonsu no kokun wo epunum na opie baaye no ana mo bo na bodi ni bonsu. Tinini ba ya mensa bonsu. Wo ya Asante hene.
Okay.
Edini bi wo ha ya na ye peke. Ye nya ka ho gise opoku warese. E opoku tenten. Ko ye before say wo no opoku ba ko ho.
Okay.
No ye short. Asantefo no ya na ye tintia. Asante wo we na we no gwa. No so opoku we de opoku tintin o. Enti opoku tintin e be opoku ware. Enti wa odi opoku ware ayetieti anye odin no. Enti odi o se bonsu na ma kire wase. I was so Jessica. We free ai classes now about ya. We remedial class.
That's a obi abonsu kan din obi how you tough.
It depend.
We big.
And just I won't come approve betimi akontokwa. Be kwa konhwehwe ai kisi so dia abre no. Ye hu se no kisi obi o se den na man ba onya kisi dia. E be hu dia.
Oh, okay. But say bibi aboko.
Nyame adom ye be fie ye said ye honorable
Ghana for two abeti am no.
Ye be fie. He said the honorable kan Greater Accra for my disgruntled that omun person betie mu petition be so betie munya din na momra ye bie ye jinkofo
ye MPP for.
Yes, of course. Yeah, reorganization, yeah, rebuilding. Until all the time you hear when you be now on pet now be jauma mumakwa jawo man ye dey penkofo account we also start regrouping in the Greater Accra region because our performance in the region no it's nothing yeah no nya dia e bitimi aka ho asem nti we da monko ye beji bi na ye so ye dey aye dey reorganizing of course we need everyone on board.
Okay. Quickly me Felix said din come now also was some interventions we any tell na me masofo
oh we dey tell unim Felix here, Minister for
Government Communications.
And that's our Minister for Communications and so
yes.
Okay. The difference is government communications.
Sir, government communication. No, Kasamafo. Minister of Communication. When Kasamafo, Maba, it's a technical area. Hona Sam George, one.
Government communication and yet technical.
Menkasa and yet technical.
Okay. But clarification.
More like
okay.
Or Kasa, the PR for government.
All right. And the cell phone no calculator also.
Me work calculator.
Me mania economics.
Okay.
But simple 1, 2, 3 the in between me. Ubisa ne say MPP for ye say ye free aban mu no. Ne agaba fa bi ho.
Yes.
Eno na aboa me de atua DDP na ya ye no bondholders no.
And nanu
ya die. Because for the records NDC Babemu 7th January.
Yes.
2025.
Yes.
And then 19th
February.
Omutua bonds no cra on 17th, which is 2 days ago. Assuming cra say the month we are so. As at 2024, the total revenue omai mu nyina jeje ye ko ye nyina 153.5 billion cedis. Now say 153.5 billion or final average per month you are getting 12.750 billion per month.
Yes.
Now say what say 12 13 billion what say adwuma faka to free because na betie free what say over say 8 billion we can say uti free ma unim skaka aka 4.7 billion for what I say 4.75 na aka no bondholders ni sika no otua 6.81 billion 6.081 billion
yes
how possible is that? Senye. So also omunya free out of revenue.
Taxes and other sources. One can other sources.
May we know the other sources? You see, say obi kasema. You say me ma me kasem bi say asemo adanse ni hu no. Etwa ho bi. Na dey adanse. Nyame adoma minim say acha next month omo the budget beba. Minu mienu we will get copies of the budget.
Yes.
You be ready. Revenue matimi ajeje within the period. You bet me who the other sources now my then we will see who is lying here. But per my simple calculation arithmetics should tell you say any possible say just from January.
But the point they say, and to be fair to him, the point they say the buffer na ye ka ho asem no debt reserve
sinking fund.
Yes. Sa sinking fund no there is record to show Sika Ebem and Sika Efim. He has told us on record, say Asat the timer na Mustafa Mustafa Amin Anta Ekase Omoja Sika Ewomono. He showed us the last transaction also in that account. As a December
he
last
mentioned
year.
He didn't show us.
Or mention it. Okay. Good. We mentioned the last transaction at Akum. And the amount remaining, the amount remaining or the atujano, it comes nowhere near 6 billion.
Okay.
And he challenged you, say, this is what you left for them.
Okay.
And this amose bafa muja and amumetimietria. Show them where amuja.
Do you know how statutory payments are made? Now, my chief executive da.
Yes.
Say, Sika was a abaituya. I mean, some cases Sika was a abaituya. Sika was a free finance ministry. I had dedicated a year. For instance, the district assembly common fund. Yes. Yeah, there are district biano ebenyane die. Also tua o district manson kwanta e die ma no. Ne say as at the time ye free aban mu ne enya ntua. But we are aware say now see tua the third and fourth quarter. Until we your budget for the year, you are going to include it because you know that this is a statutory payment which will definitely hit the account.
Even though at the time I will year by 9 hit
it, but you know say these are payments. Say yeah mining our district. You see a Nyeska free minerals development fund.
Yes.
Every year be an amount will come. Or forests, any other unyasika free, stool lands revenue.
Okay.
Unim say every year you get an amount. So the essence of budget is just create a room, cater for it. Sebana ebroswa a bonus. Amroso anasa answa. Then you find ways of meeting up your budget. Now, if you are telling me say because the amount as at time a year leave office, it had not hit the account until any buffer, that is wrong interpretation of it. Oh yeah, you are just being economical with the truth. What kind of crap? But what the sinking fund is a dedicated account. I was a payments every finance ministry ekotom. We know when and how ekotom. But se be a drew period bina enyamaya. Oh yeah, budgeter. And mama classical example. Ask anyone, even in the sectors, no.
You see, from what you are saying, no. Say, I don't cry if baby ne kwa.
Yeah.
Say a betre.
There's a paper trail.
Exactly.
A bit be free. Is there anything like that?
We have to find out if there is something like that.
Because so
the
say
budget will make
so say a revenue, any other
sources,
access,
any
other sources. Until you get to know some taxes, any other sources. When this conversation, you bring it up. You bring it up. Now, I separate preliminary comments.
Yes.
Mr. The Venerable Felix Intrakwa. Nyame adoma ochina lawyer for I war or my munina nyambo ochina yako I'm so Kaiser Ken, right? Yeah, ho yeah, say obebo babe na waba. E dey ama me kan asem ne say na ye say obi ti company and commercial practicer. Ebeka say
or your institution.
It's an institution on it. So unim say Companies Act 2019, Act 992 say ene abane ye adwuma.
Or your one
yen to me yin film and say such brains e kwa kwhye for ma yeah, Oman ya hre ade kese. Enti the only thing we can do for him is about to show the last respect. Obi ya che nyame bo chira. By bo babe Debra. We are instruction from a senior to a junior say now over corner.
Senior mate me da say Ekosiisen is higher Sempa FM enti ma Memra Sofo Charles Owusu. But let me also add, say what we've just received a year and 19th, right? Yeah. Okay. Inti Mobekai say ena no pay the High Court in Koforidia Emma ruling be now when a contempt application against the Member of Parliament for Akwetia constituency, and the High Court has convicted him and sentencing no High Court they say he wants the MP to be present in court and so they will deliver the sentencing. And Namsoma will issue bench warrant. Say Honorable NSA Okumi Yanko Swano Enfanemra Court. Na fugitive of justice. Yanko Swano Enfanemra Court. Sisiana Mensaka an application from his lawyers. Na omuchiremu a motion on notice application for stay of execution. And also take notice that Gary Nemakomafo Esquire, counsel for and on behalf of the respondent applicant, herein will move this honorable court on an application praying for an order to stay execution of the ruling and the issuance of the bench warrant of his lordship Justice Senor Amedahe, dated 19 February 2025, in the above mentioned suit, upon grounds set out in the accompanying affidavit, and for such orders as this honorable court may deem fit. Into a fresh application, Yensa Akamidu. See how that would. Yeah, it's been filed. I think there's a stamp on it. Yes, registrar of the High Court in Koforidia. Let me see when almost will be moving. Friday, 28th day of February. Yes, and now umbe move this particular application in court.
So you know the
position. I know, but I want to say no, so no. Legal jurist, hold different opinions, but of course, what has come to be accepted. Once it's been filed,
a two-way traffic. Yeah. There are some with a view say a file stay automatic. Just as in the case of an injunction. Yeah. The mere fact say you file injunction should injunct you. Yeah. You shouldn't even do whatever a young person obey. So I mean, because you filing.
Yeah, it's been filed.
Okay, and I come we am from. I say who so kaka. Just say what can what's happening you where it's here so the another contempt yaba I mean
so for just also akwaba net saying
Gada, nyame ni medini ye.
But page our microphone dem kakra.
Yeah,
is a me repair sorry you post mo.
Hey, share.
Hey, I know some post. Hey.
So na ko post be.
Mama me post on my way. Mo ya die.
Na kwese dey so for me who say wa ball 3-piece agbaja pa. And na ujina so for penny echi. Na wonye ize o.
Yeah, then Yamias, Yamia, I know, Obi, Yakonia Minimsa, Yakono, and Munyam Memo.
Yeah, it's true. But of Penny Kasai Pao.
Well, and Commodie, and Commodie. So I told her, I saw you know, and yet one way, sir, maybe I didn't send me a come and he to me essay. Emma, any kakra den eba
kakra
nti enkomodi Ghana na
we me wo say obusa o say IGP the time no mu yi no na say na inya no nheda ma papa
well because say mamini kan chiao na me chia me no ma me no mo ha me chia ke 494 am chia apostle Dr. Usibempa nyame di for baako say odono say otano engosane de e wono so
etane so
nyame de so eye adwuma pa emfa hone wadwen ni unsusu e fa ne ho but engosane e wo ho wadi kan bisa ntim ha men ka bibi kakra bi in fact na ya pon asor kra wi enisa your point was one edge offering. The ever offering, some common a course. Now, we who say, or baby say, oh, now the Benny be in each say, a good because and shed that toy the IGP and it died the appointed IGP. Auntie, or can't some do it because so as some okay, a grown heading. OD now a fit or man penny. And my crime issue a disclaimer. Say I will share a whole video now where can say my mom form fantasy or can't any bracing be a commodina OD. And I do baby or can't dear Yame Adaniji and I am a catcher now. I don't know who be any. It's Ruby and many and come Mrs. Sayano. What is said, you're ready to see South person I cannot carry and one is a basis on Kama and Pahonda. Ebi will be a catch him so I can't be Yami fan so kind, but on Yami and ye. A be science me who be sir, but none of the name commodity. Nana only Yana or Kafa, Nanado Honia, Nina name commodity. Another being the name, yeah, or Castle of Finacra. Or so fit our fin who natche, or telling Caswelling, Ache, Tina or Kabi. So I wasn't it somewhere, damn, no, and no name commodity. I'm saying commodity. Okay. I'm saying commodity. Okay. If you had so can you name commodity, Nana OD. If I the can't or Bonnie Yamka, yeah, they know or can't say or is serious about it. Say or see President Mahama. Ewa Komapa.
Yes, to me so dintro.
Na Komapan or see Yame Casache, say na Komapenti.
Obema or the Akunyana
or and now say anyway serious papa no wako
want to me so dintro
and also want to me na man the time papa no want to me can train
well they say at here say enipa bia enya nipa answer nya mesune den aba
yes
enti ye wo enkita hudi ene nya medi ene onkita dia ene nipa so den edi obi kwa betimi am what time obi kwa abra oni ba no nya wo he so nim say
yes
obi betimi ka obi ho asema say nipa betimi say when you be a so we who say enya no kore na wakọ ogina na sem so aye niam bi ani kwan say den oye eti se o kan sa se o di ntro bi a kire na egina nkomodi a bi a one ne di no so kire we hu se san nkomodi na ye sa na den etie ti no kan say nsan o ka kire ne bebre wa na enya no kore na so mi ni se boni bi wo emu so be hu se mini akwampo gusi edi hoy if I mean say kwa mi ni papa o contest MPP youth organizer so obewini minim se bini akojo o hay kojo ni papa se ro mahama mana tumi so omra meboa na ban na omwa gana ma gana enko nanima minim se obetima yedi na mbom obetima hie obi so obetima kakojo ho asem tantan pa you may not know kojo and at the first when opportunity to meet him you know obetima giedi nso na nya no kore yeti we nkofo di ho entro nkofo kan sem tantan no ye gu ho fi obi kro ho ampani for se ba bia ense ye dru no ensan enuru ho what they say until I'm can say entwa maybe entwa dru no ha want me sign law baby ya say we kudru no se wonni mu nti no be difficult so betima sign wuti akwa kodu sa pempenso no nti e ho pa se nkofo timi bom tirim etimi pamatade e de she enipa no e ho wanye careful enam so nti wetimi atan obi keke mi wa no oni ni asem onye obone onti a ona so onye bibi oni firi ko ba ko onye this na otan no person obi ko yete obi ti wa no kasa kra na ne bofu oni hwe ba wa no kasa na ote na udi keke kra bo kra na ne bofu nti saa ne ma no bi wo ho nti mi megiri se ensem bi wo ha owura ne papa di nkomo a afi a kire obi hu se saa nkomode na odi ye no na entisa. That is why he said whatever he said.
Very well.
I mean, Ghana for some by me. I mean, we say Nkofo brain almost any video man. Me so video na me gina mbi. And me na host any amame no. Me anka sana asam na me weden. Me hobby. It is a host any abra me. Na can say as if say wututu an ma ho akwa pin no. Me a hobby na dey see we na enkomodi a odi e. But me Yero Mahama. That's why I say o worry obi a the yiri fi mabusuam but na me close to him men ka say neso me close to him na mu kakra ni ma kakra bi a me hu no ho ye kushia no na num kasa na ni ma bi oye obi sa me na be ka so ni papa
okay
but before because that opportunity ni honti ebi and same bi ho me kan ya atwam and now I'm that the same opportunity me nkasa ansa no bi because you tinsem you hu nsem enti judging from that time no hu no say no say hu no but na wo come awie na nye sa na asem na den tie di ama nyina say ye bobra nyina ye ko enwa ne yesu nyansa o ne yesu ne ma bibire ne ma bi wa santina David kan no so ti ase ye one ma wo ye abofra wo ye wo be ye abrantia wo ye e na ba ye basiri wo so wo ye den unye nti life experience no timi kire wo ne ma bibire ho a ese wo ye me to say in fact say me sorry say me kan obi ho asem based on the mate ne de mehu keke no very difficult because e bia na nya sana so den etie eti yes yen fan the negative aspect but e be the positive aspect me maintain nipa ba me tan asem so what you say eti na asem o kan no yem bi say ho say is it true say nipa timi yes ama na yiyi ana na say bibi sa dia na obi be kan obi ho asem a ye be nya a second look at asem nipa na kan ye be hwe ne biem atieti ho nsensem ansa na say na montu bi ho ayeden the two sa anamo no enti me feel say coming from a pulpit there na enye ateni di asem enye say oguni pa ho fi
okay
na mum na oka na indeed papa bempa obre yo ura kufa de so obi asu ntimi nyisa kije no
say obre wona na do ho
me na ka cho
ena
one pai bokwan so
okay
oye dwuma bompaye man sre urade se urade mfa tumi de enhyesa nyame de tumi hyenesa in fact that opa akɔhwe video na yɛra kufa do ba asɔre ɔkan o see na demons principalities and then need die but o de nyame ase nyame nam papa so ema nani swadi hu eden abam go and check the video a oba asɔre ɔkan enti onim de nyame fa papa no so eden eyeye and ankomodi course no between the two me na me ni hobby
yes
this and papa can be fa ankomodi akoso a na kese odika se bia o kan bibi sa but ni nyina mu wie na so de na o kan na ye agrona odi because ohun na che na wa fe no enti o kan bibi eden just for him to know that wa fe no he's around enti boni bi anim sa wa Ghana on say ye say some no kakra bi twoma na ye jade ye nyina na ye tu America dia some na chie den the way I see travel you know
yes
I mean you have no idea and I know I had so many calls and let me say it here obi me so mo hin dada me so mo hin foforo you were for the no president me serve no me so no say we yampani ani die na ebuo ekwan so de ma na ban sa na ewura mahama abai me serve ewura mahama ebuo na ni die kwan so na ban ya ade na say nya ye betwi na adwen den esi so na ebo menye obi a me bom pai say na ban ye den emfeli tie na ye obi adwen say nti wo ye me NDC ni so what
you know ka say obesom na o pa tre say
me ga na ni de be hwe nyina na say na ban ni ma obeyi nyina no me chefa e wo ma say me ya aboa ama aban no akoyi na me so menya so de emfaso because already no aban no man fasika me hye ni pabuto the only thing that I can do is to position myself well so that ni niema oba be ye as president no me menya me chefa de afrimu and that is what they me ebia amanyo semti obi ti nchen a ne de ne say oh as say the why ye papa ye boni o yen kana yen fa ngu ne hu fi engu na ban hu fi da me nyansa say na ewa kufa do wa ban mu na e defending ne niema o ye say e ya de papa enti Ghana fo nhwe na momwa na yemwa na mana ban ye say be ayesu be nyanso faso sa na ewura mahama ba ye be ne pepe
okay
pepe men sa pepe in fact e bomba ye so asan de atane say be ya niema be yi ama Ghana fa na tuma pa den efra the only thing I hear an say niema be di hu nkomo en no ye ka change Brofkasa.
Yes.
The rebel a customer in society. I don't think say CSC as society bibia na ye koba koye de obia ye same thing. Like say ye nyan society. You do me I do you in nyan society. So obi ye bibio na da kwa penso. Na enya. Na say aban na badia na wo ye sade we nti yesu be repeat sade. Na say ye nyan society. Because yes say free enya ho. Ni aye be papa. It is say aban no so ba na say na wo kan journalist wa seminar ya bo nkofo ni na mani yi previously they say happen see ya boy ni pani bi ma be complain here because one time how are kumsin ne constituency we bi na nya sanketo ase de ana DJ president ne oman hene represent na nya sanketo enne saa de na akoda nchen am ye nyina ye condemn se enya de papa na ye kwa koto aba na ba bi ye to aba no ne ya bu journalist for what reason it means that say say no ya say na say say aka say de so gide ba bi gina enti mi fi say saban na ba ye wura mahama I started to say or Trenton near maybe and then only you Felix can't assembly. In fact, many young cross it won't say apology about. But how on earth? See a kind education once a month. Christian cancer. You refuse a bomb, I can't say invitation.
They almost say nay oversight.
No, Obi. I understand, but see, which is you maybe as you. The school's organ here for you. Schools are Ghana here for there. Even come to okay health hospitals, private hospitals are sorry to hear because we free man or money bebo. Ya can schools and the Catholic Bishop Conference. Yeah, church. It mean you few more. For what reason? Even the opposition party. Krana or commenter deputy minister no former
useless
a
waste of time
or sign pay I can say invite there be not say yeah so yes sunny ma despite the working in Nigeria invite them let the country see say mama basam count mine dey boom now we be different from there you know people before are connecting yeah invite them let them come now ko yan share na wi a mo de ba schools na say o de ba na Roman Catholic school I sorry ni see that is JB bana some mpa share be na tima ko som na yi you need them and here Mahama why ade e buo kwan so na nidie mu say oba be pa che say
be pa o mo che
why ade dodo say the see no oversight but jokes be o ha and shada na fam sa say no meti aso no in fact me bufu ye no say empo say Catholic Bishop Conference no say omo ni bibi to do with education. The Christian council no had nothing to do with education po na ye refi omo a ene de me no betimi aye adwen so ene wo hwe omo ne omo ye kra na enhye da mfa adesua ho ntino so me refi omo a enya hwe panifo so refi finance and coffers so a ye nchi nti ka betimi ansa but ye mi say ho say schools no for there na schools no kwa hin for start here. Inti, Mr. We have come and say you didn't say for ba because at the end I was harder than on say and you may be incoyent ye barber set it near Boama, the see yen saka and I say and yet made an aye. But resetting on us a cobase a fair pick and choose in on Amas Abama. I don't think say ever boy. Okay. Economic forum be our say
and no afraid ever basso.
No, be me can't train.
Okay, century yes.
In fact, at that point the crown now, you know people before some kono. O me bati era saf map na koso be ko.
Yes.
And on start dey. And my government ni benya sympathy. Say look, o person come money boom. When am decide some person dey mo be participate in it. Ono dey unfair. Ofre omo na say so omo ma. Aka say Ghana for hu say oh okay, say e bu o man na say mo ka ho na be hye dey yi na so mo ma dey ya. Aka say mo pe o man na dey eyi. But why am frɛ omo? Now by now the explanation bad there. Like I said, be a see dada no. Yes, enye no. Oba na be sisa na was be for a bar. It is like I said, the real change I can want some. Am I?
So for me that say, ma memra bi na fe yen shase honorable Kwadwo Asare on any of the issues our person with the home comment. We have quite a number of them. But syntax tank say won to be fan chair obi a me patcho ebusua bi ehia bi. And we know auto syntax tank the chair ebusua bi a you are giving them access to clean water for a lifetime. In when you just a chedia keka or they chair ebusua bi me patcho syntax tank papa and only the only tank a wushemua inner white layer. It is a fiber tank na see a ubi na watchim. All the other tanks on the market na see tum and syntax tank so say o pe color bia ye be ya ma say black, green, blue, ash ni nyina ye be ya ma kama tank na a frustration from crime pipe in the ka say strong tough. Your number is 0244 335 168 se wo pe bia to a ofra bibia wo bia no ye de ebebrel na bibia akoye monso a modi dwuma madwuma a moye no you engage in intra-African trade. They be our Ghana ha, o business partners or Nigeria, ebi o Kenya, ebi o South Africa. Woni won edidwa. Basic tuemu ana akwakoye problem. CBG, Consolidated Bank Ghana, kofa buy. Oma kofa the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System aba. You can it your friend the PAPS. PAPS. With PAPS, no, you can make or receive payment in your home country's currency. It is obi tuya from Nigeria. Otua ubetimi agene wo cedis mu ewa ha. Unso betimi atua obi ka ewa Nigeria mo agene in naira. Indi unhia se osa okope dollars, e osa okope we dabi. Indi amanioma ye very simple. CBG na akofa ba. Ubo one office across the country. Ombe boa no take you through the process. Fre 0302 216 000 0302 216 000. You can check them out on social media on all their handles. Na bibia etumi akoyi. T's and C's apply. CBG, we stand with you. Iramunsharenso. Honorable Kojedu Asare.
Yes, sir. I want to say, Emudia in Ayemfa.
Oh, Emubia, any of them. Say, Yambre no the INT. Any of them are. Edawa Koma Sono.
50 minutes. Well, issues now with the buyer, no, it be a dead cases. For that issue.
Okay, and yes, no, because of NRA, the update never running.
This is a no.
Papa, we in a free listener. So I say, Wama. Or best I had number better listeners.
No, there's like a straightforward matter. Okay. You know, can be a okay. The second one, I mean, who high shutdown of radio stations. Me na me sure say me information and fact the real or move so the yes sir.
Frequency. So it's captured in the statement ministry issue. My main share say make me a kind except kakrama wa na fi. It's about chairman at the coca say otie or share live on YouTube into your chair Emma Munina. Chairman at the coca, thank you so much and good evening to you. Into your say the minister has directed the acting director general of the NCA to take immediate enforcement action against the following entities for operating without valid frequency authorizations in violation of Section 24 of the Electronic Communications Act 2008.
Oh, okay.
In a violation, they are operating without valid frequency authorizations.
Okay. And I said, we were saying,
but the minimum can say the same reasons and so now under ESLA, NCA, MIR, Namobeche ESLA, Ari.
Well, say we, you say you're shutting down. Also, was Mbia, so Bequacoca, and I'm a boy. If there's a we are trying to deregularize here, take the steps to regularize, and I'm a boy. ESLA, the end of the year, now a year. Asenia, why an agent say ye per se ye regularize the crowd on my point. That was what happened. Until you can't compare the two. Until we and can say me who say or must say wow dear upabe regularize and as babe if you want to get that right standing to be able to operate oba farm. No, and boku dear no dear. Yeah, him say you there are some security implications in tea. And no na omujina so the train na ma because sometimes why we mo journalist for ya can mo say my yankan one na mo ko fan sem yi bi ba na afi akọ the papa mo ne akeka ho eba enti wo hwe na as a national security intervention wo hwe na say ebia obi radio station bi o wona and some PP free or na bia warnings bia mama o man fa nya adwuma of course you can take such because mo radio stations laws e wo ho no a lot of them almost violate. The major way I mean say most of them are supposed to be community-based radio stations.
Sure.
Just say more broadcasting. A friend saying about 40 to 50% must be central.
Yes.
Well, issues I mean concerning the community now. But no, politics. Obiaji are there politics. From 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Umpo. Purely for politics. And I do entertainment. And when media they call we are not done a punching crack cranium. Yeah, who they are punching crack cranium? I bo. Yeah, bo. I will do a 53 because they're not done in some qua and a drive time, you know. Until who said the major central reason frequency in mano. It's completely lost out on the communities. So I'm mentioning it is almost strictly according to almost regulations. Yeah, and coming in this say the stations 10 in their right standing. So you know, people should just learn how to put things right. Now, we mean well as a government. I think Sam George, he has this Jata spirit, and people read all kinds of meanings into it, taking the heat that is in him, into consideration. But I don't think he's that type of person or like going to vilify people and chase people out. No, he just wants the right things done. What I say, and I like that bravado, that spirit. Now, you must have, you must be upright to be able to exert that kind of on the system. Wow, because you can't say he that seeks equity must come with clean hands.
Yes.
Into as I said, was would they fine now or the call. I pray say most of the appointees now me, that will be my advice to them, because you see, experience is key. But a lot of them also say experience, this is the time or mobile binya. So this is more like some of them almost the biggest encounter they've had in their life. Yeah, it comes with a lot of responsibility. Now, say Juma we a friend saying risk the brave people will come to you with all manner of ideas. It be a laden with evil. What I say, laden with evil. Inti ukudi Nema ya attractive be just let the guiding principle. Nema President Mahama nankasa aka ho asem every now and then when he's or here we are when he's
or my speech be
or outdoor the ministers they way
okay
ne kasa mu no utimi humi I've worked with him before, or you'll be on kasa with that tough demeanor, says or what the near brace or can be or by chinchin and nimna or the akama who say asemo okay the near brain. He has a flat but he's serious with it. Sana mimi no on far asemun chesa. What I say, on far seven if you work with him or penny might be in a certain way. It is a buna sem soa or the nani be show. Then you think say be a chemu one tiana one carry. A chilling will be who wow betra ase aka say ade we papa ya anya hwe so ye mia ma me hu say o ti say aha inti no unim ni pako tisa also you know how to order your steps so ena sebi MPP omo fi aban mu no omo amfi aban mu keke traps bibri no ma seti e was system nim traps bibri oh I'm serious
say
oh bizarre that's me no nyina politicians
na yes any news e belu so about
anti traps bibri na say mo nim lu so ye one man tanzamu free ho the one man tintin fans at traps what I say intino
mu ye bela
it's in bela you see people should be careful. Most of the offices ya baggy oh yes offices no be ministries near there just sweeping and yes a big crowd sweeping you still ube corners be how it happens again you don't know. What I say, people should be careful. The things they say, my phones here, they have gadgets. Still, I me monitor for phones. They still have them. They have them in the system. But a bit that's a system. So people should be careful. They should know where to say what.
There's a phone bag in the national security near the
me see more corner Niamaja EDC system no that fe na ye trili na kakra ye guso ye be that so system that is what I'm cautioning my colleagues on those things. Someone get careful. More offices no more microphone no more. It be a spice. They will come in. Oh, wait now. Oh, this is a wicked guy. Or no, yeah, they NDC for and I we there now. Previous we no nanti. Then they kika one soon him say, "San microphone no a fan. Omukra na ye the dangerous guys around." I say we careful about. Omo beka catch us as some see NDC ni, and some see MPP ni. All those people who will come pointing such people to you, be wary of such people instead. So that me pemuyi. That is my hope. I wish say this particular time, this 4 years I die anyway. Oh, my juma mo be yene be so Ghana fu eniama. Omukra said Chalankai may elections. Your mamun twice for cry. The elections to just be another walk-through formality. Yeah, MP before no dear. Omo digana hamo pa and obi. Nyama bano. Omo pe kashire bimbo. Because
MP before.
Omo pe kashire bimbo. Semnano
the abai de nketu
am na say we dey pa hin na yabo wudi ni ban enye ayi national service kakra na kenofura ta zo kakra amu mi enu pe ni pa na doso ti almost start here wo be hu krom ha be ehye krom ha be ehye obi nsam na ni esoso semani soso bagana fo enche na yehu nipa mobo usheken dia within the same people well when I say hey
Asempa
baby ken dia akwako ready e piero and the niema afa nsem asai wo man we mu sa sika no eda ho a anka niema etimi ye and I say school for pet aduane edi hwe se na yenye aduane kra mo ebi abọ honwom se gari soki sasa ba na ne kikankan food just food. You know what $58 million can they say the aduane it can order shiploads of rice and brone beans ne de kikankan shiploads but ni nyina akwako Che Tokrobimu our rich. 1.3 billion is it dollars? SML for CK.
$100 million.
$100 million. 1.3 billion cedis. You know how many e-blocks it can build? A bit me 20 e-blocks. So you have to share the pack a crabby bottom. What ECG in some APP or ECG? Kakrabi appear. So what? Who there's a ECG or Waufi? Obi, and someone I miss so soon. And miss so soon. So they're young trying Kakra. Now OSP. Any a friend saying Attorney General, I mean Yoko. And a charge. You know, case no you have spread it. BMI 4 Beji Omudia. Oh, Yoko Beji Omudia. Charge BGB OSP
Kojo chumbo afonso akono
ni obia de kakran because asem no yen twin fam money pa ba ko money prosecute FIC yeah. So when I hear some of the NPP people making it look like omumo babema NDC heat in this first 6 weeks in government Omoba hwehwe boni bi dia bata and this who asenia you know they should just relax. Amontwe nearby. Oh enyan na e bi dwane you give to your warriors and one.
So ndo we too kwan.
Okay.
Mate so oni Ghana ha we too kwan. Menim baby owo de.
Obi adwane.
O so no too kwan kran sa na asem ye.
Na so nim sa asem na ba e na o too kwan. Ana
so no a deputy. Say the boss na nkasa.
Ken no yare da be no ko.
Ken Oforiata.
Ofria second January we say. Then the second no 5 days January? 2nd January. Yeah. Yes, 5 days to the inauguration. Yes. And okay. I don't want change. Na yan swearing as how.
Oh, check up. No?
And now just I don't want 5 days to swearing in. Check up. No, you could have postponed it 5 days. Now Kaye who said truly, he was ready to stay in this country. Now Obetu Kwan on China News Chief of Staff no on Toronto. Say Tukwan. But he wrote to the old Chief of Staff because I know the one say there you be granted no. If you say or train ya anka you be granted no. Kobe kokolebu. And I'll call UGMC. Because the hospitals you built, the agenda 111 in your kaka hono, and Kawan and call. Huh? Why then call? So, if you want to live after all the monies you spent, won't be near one hospital that can take care of you. Say Mano Clinic. Mano is a Mano Clinic.
Mayo.
Or the Mayo. Mayo. Clinic.
MAYO.
Clinic.
Yeah, but a specialist clinic.
Clinic. Be a clinic.
Oh no, we a specialist.
Clinic be a clinic. Size wise. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. We have hospitals here. UGMC.
But almost say that claim say hospitals waha in your San Coco and they are very insensitive.
What are you talking about? Hospital it is sensitive.
Sir, on stop you be say emanin call hospital waha.
Obi, you see, let's not make this country look the way Asenia Ibinum yes from was certain entitlement to the Ghanaians and others are not.
Yes.
Do you understand? Sabio, our country now do they have the same mindset? Says Obi Yaru Kruma. Omo hospital ho akokrofu for for treatment. That is why they made their own. They ensured say omo dia no so hey you haven't been to UGMC. UGMC.
Oh yeah. I've been.
Who call her saying
Maria Wards Nemuda.
Who dead and who?
Beautiful place. UGMC is state of the art. Proper hospital.
Until then aka. Tell me. No, you tell me. Then aka any mayo clinic. Entimi a patient. Tell me what is left.
No, but what's your point? Say, na say okwa broche na mostly a man for raise issues because invariably you find the state spending money on public officers a call check up broche. When he is now a private person, now okwa the check up we check ko
private person yes we fa isika we say
isika on sign ma. And it's na OSP say we need the free. Your friend said the list of fugitives, no, eso. But I'm on a definite time on
the leadership of this country.
Yes.
Yeah, the share will semwa. It is your duty. Bibia ofu say, ye siesi no mani ye biano. It is your duty to fix it. Ye ma usika ma wakadie ma utumi to put things right. Inti anka owo. Look, I've been to University of Virginia Hospital. Makoda open.
Why did you go there?
Oh, so why did I go there? Why did I go there?
I don't want to UGMC.
Na me wa America and I'm issue by Njanka me Bragana. Me bisa.
No, so oh there.
Exactly. What is your point? And you buy na dem call.
Yeah, but I can over here and buy
there be na me wo ho. Ono free ha na call yes or kwakwa. That was the purpose of his trip.
Yeah, his own money.
No, I'm not saying it's not his own money.
Okay.
The purpose of the trip was to go for.
Of course.
And I'm telling you, sir, we have the caliber of those hospitals. I work Roma.
Yes.
The problem we have is that near the Adrian poor, DC,
hospital,
University of UGMC, no. When they came, they sidestepped it.
Oh, how?
Oh, yes.
But they did the phase 2 of that hospital.
Phase 2, no, I don't know which part.
Oh, you don't know the phase 2?
I don't know which part.
Oh, I've mentioned them here.
I don't know which part.
I have to check it. Get to the specifics.
The problem with UGMC is still prevalent. And I just hope, say, this government, no name ratio. And phase 2, the hospital was the operational aspect of it.
Yes.
It started with us. What you saying? To be phase 2, phase 2, no, you don't wait for it to get the hospital running.
Oh, that's true. Of course.
Do you understand?
Of course.
But no, phase 2, the hospital is not up to what it was built to be. This hospital was supposed to be
a quaternary hospital.
Yes, Kolebu,
they are above a teaching
exactly.
Hospital. Yes.
Is that what we have there? We have just transferred Kolebu to that place.
Oh, you think?
Oh,
so?
yes. We have just transferred Kolebu to UGMC. And then the standard now Kolebu one they are called because what the specialists follow no. We needed to send doctors to Israel for specialist training. As I said, the paramedics, any nurses, for specialist training.
You know, says how they
You know
that
for a fact. You can check it. Intino me say aban we ya ba fufuri. Ye be ba be ye sure say. Ye be ma sa adwempo na ye de share ase no. Ye de peja hospital from the beginning because this is a hospital the counterpart Israel.
Oh sure.
What I say?
It was modeled around the Israel.
Exactly. Into almost a specialized hospital. It is a model no na ye de ba. Is UGMC a specialized hospital right now?
So for now, won't me for normal OPD, me tia me yan and your man and
family.
Oh, apart me, what I know
is
normal OPD go there.
No, not normal OPD, but I'm for emergency cases. And one say you do alcohol.
And I say, accident and emergency ward.
That is not.
There's a whole unit accident and emergency.
Nobody says a be but like I'm saying, the major base of the
it's a quaternary hospital.
That's right. It's no normal practicing at this point.
I get you.
What you say? The level of SSA do they are just doing the same,
scratching the surface.
That's it.
Okay. I think I get your drift.
Yes. Let's give this hospital what it deserves so that yarea whom be here say you could far plane. Ako US as a
helipad,
exactly. Exactly, and this hospital was supposed to be like to serve the entire West Africa.
Yeah.
Because they said
for specialist care.
Exactly, they said Sunni West Africa, baby.
It's true. I get your drift now. Ain't Honorable Kwame Poku, CID, Bremwe. Na ansana no, Shamo, a member of the NDC based in the US of A. Osi Obi, the clinic doesn't mean the usual meaning we know. It is just the name. Mayo Clinic is a level 1 hospital in America, just as Johns Hopkins in Maryland, Yale Hospital in Connecticut, Massachusetts General Hospital, Innova Fairfax Hospital in Virginia, etc. Though, in view of physical structure, Ghana's UGMC can match all of them. And if you've seen any hospital in the States, in the UK, UGMC is top. It's really, really top. I mean, in terms of the facilities alone, the architectural way, UGMC is a top hospital. Top.
The only way,
it's a top hospital. What is in there?
That is in. And also, NIA hospital. When you're dying,
I get you. Kwame Poku me pacho bremu.
Obi. Also, my idea, because why am one?
Donald Trump like said there.
Sir, also Donald Trump, the Miami Pan. Sir, Obi, what's na hire? What's na studio?
Yes.
Ama honorable Dwasari. Yes. It's make a cancer be lawyer. What when
in Sembe no kaya never sanka me be fam.
Answer me basono.
Yes.
Fair and your first timer opinion bi o mai mu a o ko seek medical treatment outside.
True.
President Mills timer na ho fa no. Na kolebu ne mbubunwi.
True.
Oko otukwan.
True.
Eko US.
True.
Oko medical checkup.
Yes.
Nti that's argument say kolebu hana UGMC wahana say I mean those things me when say ye de bamu ana ye yama argument na too petty to me say obi yare a obi wo kro to me ka say me dem in hospital me no nom abibidro ni anu a gido bi ama no anom so nipa no wa ka de no so obekọ a I don't think say emre bia si ni kwan say ense so woko obi utra ha ya wo ye advert emre bia si ni kwan
emre si ni kwan ka always been din echi
emre to just watch emre si kwan you see my di
echi say wako hospital
my onim on say my debi
oh yanka after 7 franka ye be man
ono bodu asare so obi eyare
yes
na say okosiki medical care untimi nka say o mane nko emre bia no wasi ni kwan unu say o patients right
sure
emre bia no we besi ni kwan say nipa na ekọ say okosi no ho okosa no ho yare
na say ono ani sika no di tua
exactly
obi okay we lawyer so say o asem uni aman wa asem na so aman say
o man wa asem
at the time na all kono na obi amre
na obi ya kasa yi ono ani aman
na sisi akwa ya kasa yi there
o press o charge
no friend no yeso omrambe yi asem ano anya no ne dey wanted ato so a wa be part say
you see honorable Dwasari you see where
the lawyers then omo ye
omo patch omo be specific date
afi na djuma na anam pese o ye no wo ye because o man kika ansem na
me wo kasa
fear mongering
there are facts and there are opinions obi state opinion say fact and all mistake fact now then I come in but the person I don't have to come in
and you say ya bag offices no
yes
a fact and your opinion
a fact
and you know and you also say offices corona mo yi bi afri mu no ni who said you can no correct because you said there I say who the fear and panic be to system mama o say me no ka say be minister ba kwa text me ni am crash
minister or former na
minister or current minister say hey na say mo koroma bag your offices
na minister office na ona onim
na misu bisa anya no kwa I'm asking honorable Dwasari say in 2017 when they were leaving office did they also bag offices
no nya sir
na yeah mo ma nya you see fear and panic now the two system no you should stop obi also can catch us onyai because a national security issue say obeka say ya bag offices obi a otika mu ote trotro mu otie mu radio nso de awia boy ho na obi etie obesi wa kaneshi first light wosi ko okwa waka chen ma say MPP for ne kono yeso ma bag offices you just put it there.
Well, what's wrong with that?
It is wrong. Obi any wa bag office be until you can prove or tell me here say be a ministry for ya bag ya koyi be afro uko bi ya bag ya koyi be afro and them no buy adre but want to me and fan to da I will state it here and tell you say enya no kura da.
Let's give him that opportunity. Honorable,
of course
name me way
no we don't one pet no also my clever
honorable me patron name me into
obi want me and name one there also what sign because of the fear and panic system
Flagstaff House ye debugge Flagstaff House
maintain
near tramway
could what
maintain
so for Charles what be
doesn't mean
could what what
well, that is up to you because me free approach any free. It's up to you. Believe it or not.
Upon any blue also so no on denture moon your fine. I will be trying to attract you.
Forward.
Because the honorable dress are here. No problem, I don't know. Oh no, I saw penny to be I saw the penny now to become some good person. Sir, Obi a bag offices. I mean, to what end? Yeah, bag offices nowadays. You see, a normal practice. Say uteki officer.
Yeah.
You will do a screening and checks.
A security audit.
Especially yes. I don't know just say nipa na ya bibi wo hontra. Enti se bia te se me azumi office na mko bibi sa na me security audit na me hu bibi sa. Then I can bring it out and say NDC for kono o ma bag office way. No will let Ghanaians know the kind of people you are. But to me more office back say bia ministry A ministry B. Say ya bag ya koyi gadgets we ya way to the extent say they say call cry ya cry no say wunti cry your call bill they say do sanity your calls bill we say obi say am no kasa kura msuro ebi ana obi tie yan komo
in the WhatsApp call the idea
no asam na waka no na person man na sign no ojai because
on both ends so
because at the who want to system who want to system no
na some was
am for yam shishi wo mo and another ade so obi medi wo so ho ya pass or tama ayi odo asara keka no keka se eniema e ba o man mu o ma appointees akọ e de ba kwa o mu nwane
no dey no dey me ho ya
dey after that say no be say eniema besa obubo ska bidi mani for evidence oh yakọ ye hu wei minu nya na call law school yes mpanyifo ansa na ye kure kosua law no na mpanyifo ka asem bi ofi say sushefa yemua obi ka asem ato so a na obi ka so obi timi aka ne dede but say the other party ni ba no so be kan de et be presenting evidence so be wo say na sa de kwanye say na tie eno na mitie mo abrante bi ba mo radio no so mo friend no mi de minim ni di wo kasa bebre bi say Chief Magas
abrante be Mustafa Gbande
oh they say
Mustafa Gbande
sano on ni Chief Magas e kasa yen
yes
o say Chief Magas every cars 2 eya ade saloon car any Land Cruiser akoni fie
wan kasa we wie 2 eya wo so nya abotre
no say
o say
we don't know
o say cars mienu a ye de man no as Petroleum Commission CEO or the baako ama private car na car
it will we 2 to 1
e woni fie
it will we 2
well you so say we wia or say o keep sa car na e woni
what is the definition for stealing in the law according to the criminal what is the definition for stealing to appropriate bibia unim
say car sama nipa ne car ye nam say wan ka wa wia or say car baako da so won
okay we wia wa fa kofie open sa
you are quoting him and amebo
okay me paraphrase
okay that's fine
okay or say Chief Magas at the car afa car koni fie
yes
say nya good Samaritan say the Chief Magas car ya anka no wo guna ni masopoto say Chief Magas afa car koni fie Chief Magas ba telephone so be bisa o car say on ko bisa transport officer no we say car ni wa say afa no je no hu de o say okay say o so the car no kwa any o sa car say be say dey board meetings are oh yeah it is neither here nor there. And so now, my foot, me, then I say, answer Chief Magas, Ebem, no more mutie, or musi, omote chocho mo Mexico no the information ko former chief Vanda
it's not verifiable
former chief Vanda awia ka adikofie how
Obi
no good pen ma se kwa who can some to the paso yanya de sa
near chief matters kind
Obi
was it verifiable at that point?
Apparently Mustafa this morning has himself made a Facebook post saying he's checked and it's true he's returned
but we are talking about Nianipa Kokaye and Nia Winswa Babeka.
Yes.
At the time we can and in the time we so be man none of them can verify.
Okay, so what prevented Mustafa from doing his checks very well before putting it out?
Until
Obi, Eduasaro a politician.
Yes.
Memetiam your politician. Ye politicians no. Ya na ye ton yensem. Emma manfo nya ye kansem. Ma betena say Eduasaro your kronfo wo we when me need any justification, me need any evidence. Tomorrow me ko baabi na me a politician or politicians na mu we anema. It is all can sama to unu aso a Obi. You are very sure say asem na aka na ye no kre. Because ka to ni panu so wi a ansa na nipa no betwa no ho kra ba gi no ho no Obi na asaya akodi akiri. Today say na wiabo e na futura ba krom. Enso to a atache beba. Awia na abo ena mfuturu abakrom ana ye ka ho fi enso to a atache beba abebe ye ka na ties no ho fi aseche de ewo me ame ho ene de owo tie bia so atiase ye nya ni pasa what can some and na we na eba ena ne mo ma ye isi na me expect say do aka nyina nya no kre
58 million now.
Yeah, what can you because ultimate any evidence behind myself.
58 million now yet for a friend saying cathedral to chrono and yanokre.
You call issues no. Yeah, me there.
SML 1.3 billion in chia.
That's the fact say Omotria and Trese where we can answer there is a crime. A crime has been committed. Once you are raising it to a level of a crime, then it changes the dynamics.
Sensationalism.
But then you are now going to prove the actors use the men's area. Say, I drink cross up before we are.
That is what it seems. That is what it seems.
I say, what can say, so honorable Dwasa, Okasano, can say, Yahu na yesusu say
ebi mo nsem bi ya no
no kra ni friend but won some now kan ya no de say bo tape yi bi wa say so bo ndu kumfa wi o Yesu Kristo de ni bi crucify him yakobo na senuam
nipa ne dwane we dwane no ka ho
he's not
say obi send them a link mienu first one here graphic.com.gh report or say Issa Husseini admits planting listening device in Amewu's office. But, okay, that story became very topical. And we also said the second one, a Ghana web story.
Issa Husseini, one.
Issa Husseini, yeah, former minister. Senior lawyer. Yeah. Second one is that it is criminal for, let me see. Okay. It is criminal for Issa Husseini to bag his successor's office and where who is making this claim. Let me see. If okay.
Obi, who take your constitution. Fortunately, I came with mine. Yes. Article 18.2.
Yes.
18.2. Obi privacy there. 18.1 and 2. Yeah. And he said, spying, unauthorized spying. Because Obi officer, unauthorized spying, you know. Even who to say officers like say Coco board ni GMPC ni adi. Even when you put CCTV cameras, say no home. Now say a public place, not put two CCTV cameras. The law is you should indicate. Yeah. Let people know that CCTV is in operation. Because obi betimi a call baby a public place no akọ ne bia ne flap kra no ate no be a honor person odina dey eye ne yie. So you say CCTV or on you side obi washroom. The more reason why washrooms kra no ye for CCTV emo. Because nipa no elevate them CCTV wo onimu a na elevate them obi mema de bia na your flat bia na wo ye na oyema nyina go abonten e ba sa what hwe nipa no ho
waje wani so
Article 18 provided and this is a provision of the constitution. So for you to come and sit here and tell us say your baggy officers which is unauthorized spying, a criminal act, and you can't mention names of those perpetrators for them to be arrested, then it's wrong. Board the ball with your bomb. And then let's have a catch.
Okay.
You have a catch.
Honorable Simedu na aka mame mfama sofo ba we say obi to debug a place is just a precautionary measure to ensure that items are not installed to listen to conversations. That is different from identifying items that spy on conversations during the debugging process. The fact that the Jubilee House has been debugged does not mean they found items that spy on conversations. So let Edu Asare clarify.
Professional be that about.
Yeah.
We no edge national security pay.
Oye professional say. Oh, na dey me kan you want.
What can dey because ni how can me hu ni
team. O say the bag bibia and just ya find gadgets bi wo ho.
Gadgets spy.
Just an
a precautionary measure.
Yes.
The precautionary measure no say bibia ni wa compare dem o.
Okay.
Me wo be 2 minutes man for no see for.
Meet my
1 minute. Hey, nakopon bon time na udi hu post.
So na me chene nkaka.
Nakopon time udi
on behalf of Nyame.
Okay. Obi.
Yeah.
Communication minister.
Yes.
Or the Nekataba say radio stations will revoke license. The me can say President Mahama in opposition can be and one person repeat man. Say obi the car no ntuai no your operating radio station. The best thing I also want to say write to them. Reminding them at least once or twice. It is a ya asobrache dia.
Yes.
Now you have enough evidence ko bia nka bi ma wo mo. In the case of these radio stations, Kramati said, Musi yesi bi mu a frequency they unauthorized.
Yes.
No we dey frequency no.
No, so when you have to renew. You pay, you renew.
So they should write to them. When you are there, my radio station, they should write to them. That's the best way. And Boko today I listened to the owner.
Guma.
I listened to him on one of the stations in Kanyaya. All kind of so I am people in the chum.
And you do no aka.
Na say the minister aka and obi so aka bi
sure.
All kind of p.
The evidence.
I say and evidence
so MPP ni.
Evidence say enunti na ye.
No,
I was saying
evidence asema Oh, now the evidence asema ba. You have to prove.
Okay, mama meet
communication and digitalization ministry.
Prove say MPP tina.
Obi ketu 1 second. Telcos no. Omonya under Ministry of Communication.
Yeah, they are.
And tisa ahohare so a ye dey radio stations for idea mu. Dey telcos ye o kasa and dey me fan chow mu. Momo sa won ni bi momo so enyo madwuma ye.
Asa obi abia.
Koto de na boji obi abia so. Dey na kan hia e di kan pa ya telcos.
Mate. Prime Poku. Yes. Osofo.
Me fa fi mi nia CRDC. Yes. And then say ba say ni hwan dey papa.
Dey bia me ho dey.
Or can be. Which good. Say but any kwan say oman Ghana. Say to ba bia nkofo sofa. The ama yentuminya companies are already 100 years celebrate you 50 years almost go beyond our borders and say the politics there as say lipa and then they share apino at their catalas any other companies are you who be because they are some
Heritage Bank.
Yes, all these things I say business is okruma say intermediate stress say oh yeah bibia enwe o man ho kan answer look and then me see dey kan I want ding. At a point in time, okay, FM, close no. Then see, I'm tears. I say close down. Any
AFM?
Yes, okay. Any it has to anaju 2 a.m. Na me tie nkoma e course ne kwan fa so a omo 90 mon penim 40 me etimi restore station babaka na kise ne edi omo say ase a phone sana ho wo wi na ohwe ni me de mesre yura Sam George say in some of card ye twam nti no omo hwe no man repeat the wrongs because 2 wrongs doesn't make 1 right boko de ne de say enam so tim de basabasa e be bade a na so mo ye hu adwuma I agree with them but say obi license e wu no be renew and obi the car ne house na one de ye gida so say e twa obi license man like say ade na esi ye na ye pese ye bibi foforo abra ye kasati e bone ne koy no e ban ye kasati e say nye it cannot be right at this time never. But who shall you know people for the some more can I mean moral grounds why when you did the worse things than that radio say a close to being work say their explanation on the buy but me feel that 2 wrongs doesn't make 1 right. In fact the second thing you are kisia jabin mesre no see I told that ya na man ho kwan ma eni patimi ka nsem bi say ye di gu hu fiu said ye dey bo abaso woni ye na be kire e na organa correspondence e course between oni Iraq and Africa obi anim da ko ye da ma de chen ya obey press conference o kire say o hwehwe na o hu no ananye sana something here because before be declare be wanted na kesa o hwehwe no e den o hu no na o hu no so no kwan bia ofa kwan bia e say o e den o fa so e de hwehwe no e na o hu no ntire say de obi a nya na ye nkyene e den emfa no bra ade anche wasan ba sa fedie me yiri din e den asa me yi sa tabo na me de aton so me san yi afini so e de be ni si nti e ba sa e ba enipa then questions kwan of us wedding wo ye odwuma na office kese ti say ko no ko home office na ba da chan 3-star hotel not
office of the special prosecutor
the kese ne bia yen sisi na make but me can kese office ne kese nko office of the special prosecutor ne 10 I think I cost a fee for the 6th or 7th floor
and omo occupy ni nyina
so mo kwana huge building and a budget ni bibia na yi young man anyame ayi wadoma me am such a position me dey mafutu akra me dey ban say aya wonya botre before I be babonte no any Ghana forbidden kobo no me pana chaw say on hwehwe ni niema nyina mu yie enu say ensem a oba be kana aye kasa ntie ensem na ho da ho twen no say be ya emfanim gwase ma na dwuma den oye ho because I see me hwe Yokofo declare be wanted yes I wanted the Yokofo dada ho
and then so
oh yes but no, he's not a politician didn't I discuss here that no say me kan we can man for fi say what time will be no time will be but a quiet ordinary person he declare wanted that yen discuss it the name you kojo e Cancer hospital no nya say obi ntimi nkwa amana no because Ghana in fact UGMC a woka say top nya top bia which top I mean diagnosis are a common thing see timi yare e hanipa ansi ahwe no diagnosis be na okoma say diagnosis say papa in a private company say running me boss account me
yes
I know crowd ko wanya na easy kwa na 3 weeks e be 4 weeks and some results aba
we be okra mo de ko South Africa
me and make a tell you I dey akwa me sere mo mpani John Dramani Mahama aba bio menim so obetima ya amna bro so because of adwempa or the year UGMC no on my diagnosis center ba ko a year word no me I will borrow your word top so you can top can you top bia
oh no by
dan
by UGMC there
ne top where you saying me see a yes papa no call USO now you are now osika please travel outside I'm telling you no be say who bia obi
Oni bidia no wu
I'm saying that who bia because you see
oni bia no wu
I didn't say kodo I know people are diagnosis chroma say and I'm saying you right you know yare a won yare ne ye man ho duru and I Ghana for me hu no MPP NDC ye ko bibia mu but when it comes to ye anka say ye nipa you are ye nwi ho sa your hospitals no go and check certain diagnosis are and ko for kan wonsem e wo mountain so because you know doctor general doctor so here Arabia where general doctor o kwa yare bia o bi yare bia enti wo hwe wona na so kwa na ba no nu na nya yi a na obe pia wa pia ko to ba bi fro otie ye na wu wa ngu so I mean na we bi ko and I'm saying that yeah what that challenge enti wo can the top see the private hospitals outside that I mean eniema e wo ho no untimi mfa compare yen yen top hospital or can once me. And so nipa no sika no hu se ne nkwa no hia na.
No, Bank of Ghana say top.
Dine is one a top and idea. Me say
Bank of Ghana hospital.
As we speak today. Yeah, diagnosis results now hia no. E be di 1 month and saka. E be na wo. I know of somebody or say omko konfonochi. Yeah, test no so om training moja na ejina nti om 3 weeks and om be hu specialist. That 3 weeks be do I dey from so omra no mu di papa no 1 week.
Oh.
Yes. And then that is serious. As my no. Very serious. Me obi oye dear to me. I know close to me. Oyare yes see person call Kalibu. What they told us and said June say appointment in October to see a specialist. June. Ye hu ni pan yare oyare. Na ye pe appointment on ka kire say June no. See bet me who specialist aje October. This is the country I can want them. Aje October.
Specialist be bring can we.
Na ye kan asem na du ba bia. Amonyo asem ni nti no. Na ye re fi se o kire betima ye yen. O kire betima ye wo. So we hia. Say be hwe apomuden. Na so wo means na wo se metra ba bia wu. Enti me de ne kwa wakọ no de kra de. Eye ne kwa ho na wo bo ho ban. In fact say mra ne de say ba bia wo bi etimi de wedding eba. And that is why always we can say oh ho a na wa ma obefa kwan foforo so de. The number. On for my crown, even the word wanted the house of crack again. Would I want to mean that? While we him say,
Santina Wabe Patron,
Inti, Mr. Can say, Obi, you are on the office. A boony and idea or hopa. Messreno say, Onya Botre, Onya in which you don't find a braquan or number of council in Nimin and some beba bontini. O man be din komono na onim se o de na den asibi so yi na mom se kwaye mabeka masan twam ho san beka de fofra o be man kofo be nya kwan kekan ne mani kwan se den ye kekan e de fa ne ho ati commentary bebre about me I'm not happy about in some ye kekan fa na djuma ye ho because the entire American say since when I realizes say na djuma o ye no enam kwan papa so and I've said it why no djuma bebre oba and until need then say you do obi court na nipa no any for na odi bem na ye na kotum until odi obi akokra na say when timi anya conviction amani pa kro no when nipa na ni for and chese onya adwuma ati ke pesa asem ye court bi anka nkofo ni for and ye prison zen kan nka ye ntimi o because the number of cases are court no madam say we are lawyer for no wa you have no idea until ebe here say ebe try obi na ebe famra kwan so na nipa no so oni fa ebe gya na ma na de awona fa na ho de akọ na mum ensem a de kokoto se se ehu se ensem na de kọ no edimu ejina brane se ye de kọ a emra betime den asoma me den amana yiyi na o de ensem bi akotro kan na se enye namra kwan so enso emra ntimi sabe enso nipa no man yiyi na se emra ni gya nipa na ye nkonkodi di court na den atem di ye na ye nhwe saa ne ma no ye me say ye ne saa e ba boy because o man ye chichire ye chichira mayuko and said ye o man pani John Dramani Mahama or try say na o sisi hospitals bi ye recover the buy on so try say we see agenda 111 na nyina na ke say apomuden hu nsam hia say o mate asese mpanifo no yare na so mtimi kọ na nkola na de yare no mu ntimi nkọ de a ene ye nya bibi okura mu say ya nkola nso benya apomuden papa na ko do pese
point no
so say be ya
that is my point
obi timi krom enkransa do me abra na say oyare na ye ma no so ye de ne ba emergency a oba obenya yare because ono no onya kwan nkọ amanoni nkọ nkọ hu yi na mu say ye popochuo bi de atare ba bi ya penti ho kama na yakokate ahomam mi wade chi oyare ya na okọ na say ye papa dia ene ya ndia ka go that is what he's saying but then ne start here a check
ye hu bi ye hu
yes ye kan aye sa ne ma na abedu ba bi adui but adu ba bi say enne ye hu say sa ne ma na emwaye a obi ye ma mpanimfo no ntia se say eye ne mu ye mpanimfo
okay
no manya ba bi papa den agina indi so omuduru soro ha omunka ba bi omufi ba eba
wow so for Charles Usu and amote nka no earlier mote Honorable Clement Opoku Jemfi former DCE Amansia South and NA or Toto Nenioma say nyame bie kwan a Obeba Beye, the national youth organizer of the NPP. Menshia
Collins ono na nya no so open
ono ko organizer
only contest only ni
Collins
contest
so ko organizer
we say MPP no MPP party no
yes
na ho din na Asante region the full man no
yeah
the monchis fa Asante region sham trim na mon cause Asante for kwanye mu party no na hwese mu benya vote free other places now
how many 2 minutes
do have an all round your friend saying that party no attracting other people. What is this Asante thing?
Oh, now so I know when you about.
Oh, that be ya chedodo.
Oh, that's the current executives na
yes sir. Yes sir.
Nobody do say uni vote do amunya wa Asante region.
O say
uni vote do amunya wa Asante region.
This
yeah
nya wa Asante region. Na say adwuma o. And our party is an all-round party.
Na party be na all round party.
Yeah, region
be na vote.
Asante.
And now call region be MPP enya vote na.
Open youth organizer. Collins Asante ni open organizer. That's over no na mu nyina. Asante force. Enya correct. You know check. You go the ba mo pe dey na nti sa o.
Obisa Samuel Brown abisa men kan kire woni sofo owu so se mo de mo yare ya mo pa mo nko chips compound mo am choice. Yeah, so anyways, Ekosiisen, it's been great having you all tuning into the show, but on this special day would like to extend our warmest birthday wishes to you. Your leadership, your vision and dedication continue to inspire those around you, driving excellence and innovation in the telecommunications industry. May this year bring you even greater success, good health and happiness. Enjoy your day to the fullest, and may the year ahead be filled with prosperity and new achievement. From the Director of Business to Business Department at AT, formerly Airtel Tigo, to the Chief Business Officer of AT, Ethel Anamo, in the Ethel Anamo, NAWA, with a happy birthday to you. And from the entire team, they want to wish you very, very well. Happy birthday to Mr. Emmanuel Kofi Zoyiku, aka Kofi Ketre, a teaching assistant, Faculty of Business Administration, CAF University. Your service to CAF students is well appreciated, and may God bless you. From your student, Kenneth. Special greetings to CAF University Chancellor, Mr. Michael Edu, popularly known as Big Edu, who is now been sworn in as a member of the Council of State of the Republic of Ghana. My very good friend at PIWC Dansoman, Kwejo Osei Bonsu, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, and have a fantastic birthday celebration. Kwejo Osei Bonsu, happy birthday to you. Medid Osei Bonsu,